The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. A 15-year-old boy, the country's latest murder victim. Prison officials to train in Italy. And over 100 questions on the House agenda not yet answered. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Revolution. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Laverne Gardner will be here on this Tuesday, filling in for Duquesa Dean. They've swapped. Duquesa will be joining us on Thursday. Also this morning in business, we're talking about 242 Day. The countdown is on to February 24th, this Saturday, but we're celebrating 2 days. Friday and Saturday. Why not? Even Sunday. We're doing it. We'll tell you how businesses can celebrate 242 Day as well. That's all coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you were sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, a 15-year-old boy murdered outside his home on 1st Street in New Providence. This was around 9 o'clock yesterday morning. The teen was standing outside with his older brother when the occupants of a small gray Japanese vehicle pulled up. Police say a gunman got out of the car with a high-powered weapon and fired multiple shots, killing the boy. The teen's brother was not injured during the incident and was assisting police with their investigations. Chief Superintendent Crystalyn Skipping's lamenting the killing and the age of the victim. She's asking people who may have been in the area during the time of the shooting to come forward with information that can help the police. A 61-year-old man accused of sexually abusing his granddaughter remanded to prison after being charged with 6 counts of incest. The man's name and address have been withheld to protect the victim's identity. The incidents allegedly happened in July 2019, August 2019, October 2021, November 2021, February 2023, and March 2023. The man was not required to enter pleas to the charges when he appeared before Magistrate Samuel McKinney. The matter was adjourned to April 19th for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment. More than 30 correctional officers will travel to Italy later this year for training with Italy's prison officials. That's according to Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe, who recently returned from a trip to Italy where he met with corrections officials, said the government wants to expand training opportunities for prison officials and to learn how other countries handle parole. Monroe, who noted that the trip was paid for by the Italian government, said they visited their penitentiary, the male prison and the female prison, and they had meetings at the training school. He says the issue, they also want to go and see how they might be as training. In terms of their training, you can read more about this in today's Nassau Guardian. Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson acquired 4 pieces of property between 2019 and 2023. That's according to testimony coming out of the Supreme Court on Monday. Registrar General Camille Gomez-Jones entered the conveyances into evidence at the trial of Gibson and 5 others. On December 20, 2019, Gibson acquired a parcel of land in Deadman's Key, Long Island, from Orally Smith. A few months later, on February 20th, 2020, Gibson allegedly acquired Lot 6, Block 16 in Venice Bay for $150,000. According to records at the Registrar General Department, Gibson bought a parcel of land in Sheepwell for $15,000. And Gibson also allegedly acquired a parcel of land in Bunches, Long Island for $150,000 on October 8, 2023. Prosecutors alleged that the property acquisitions related to money laundering accusations in the 98-count indictment. Gibson's accused of bribery, fraud, money laundering, and in relation to the award of contracts during his tenure as executive chairman of the board of the Water and Sewage Corporation. And while the Davis administration broke away from the practice of the Minnis and Christie administrations and allowed question time in the House of Assembly last week, it provided answers to only several of the more than 150 questions that were placed on the parliamentary agenda by the official opposition, most of them several months ago. Answers were provided to a few questions that had been put to Energy Minister Jo Beth Colby Davis, Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell, and Tourism, Aviation, and Investments Minister Chester Cooper. Before those answers were given, though, Golden Gate's Member of Parliament, Pia Glover-Roll, the Deputy Leader of Government Business in the House, said that the remaining questions were being researched and that upon completion they will revert to answering them in a subsequent question time. Overseas, a judge in Haiti responsible for investigating the July 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse has indicted his widow, Martine Moïse, ex-Prime Minister Claude Joseph, and the former chief of Haiti's National Police, Leon Charles, among others, according by the Associated Press on Monday. The indictments are expected to further destabilize Haiti as it struggles with a surge in gang violence and recovers from a spate of violent protests demanding the resignation of current Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Dozens of suspects were indicted in the 122-page report issued by Walter Wesser Voltaire, who is the 5th judge to lead the investigation after previous ones stepped down for various reasons, including fear of being killed. Charles, who was the police chief when Moïse was killed and now serves as Haiti's permanent representative to the OAS, the Organization of American States, he faces the most serious charges: murder, attempted murder, possession and illegal carrying of weapons, conspiracy against the internal security of the state, and criminal association. Meanwhile, Joseph and Martine Moïse, who was injured in the attack, are accused of complicity and criminal association. Charles could not be immediately reached for comment, and Martine Moïse's attorney did not return a message for comment from the Associated Press. Meanwhile, Joseph, the former prime minister, shared in a statement accusing Henry of undermining the investigation and benefiting death. Joseph again called for Henry to resign and noted that while he was still prime minister, he invited the FBI to help local authorities investigate the killing and wrote the UN and the OAS for help. And Russian President Vladimir Putin did not see the video in which Alexei Navalny's widow vowed to continue his fight against the Kremlin, according to his spokespeople. And he's dismissing her allegations that Putin had killed the country's opposition leader as unfounded and insolent. In the video released Monday, Yulia Navalnaya accused Putin of killing her husband in the remote Arctic prison and alleged that officials refused to hand over his body to his mother and that this is part of a cover-up. Russian authorities say the case or the cause of Navalny's death Friday is still unknown, and the results of any investigation are likely to be questioned abroad. Many Western leaders have already said they hold Putin responsible for the death. Navalny's death has deprived the Russian opposition of its most well-known and inspiring politicians less than a month before an election that is all but certain to give Putin another 6 years in power. And it dealt a devastating blow to many Russians who had seen Navalny as a rare hope for political change amid Putin's unrelenting crackdown on the opposition. In sports, a main thoroughfare to the 2024 Summer Olympic Games from Paradise to Paris leads through the Bahamas in staging the World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, set from May 4th through 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Ticket sales for the mega global event launched yesterday with the online portal being opened and the box office at Andre Rogers National Stadium. Get all the details in today's Guardian Sports section. And Bahamian professional baseball player Lucius Fox Jr. is now with his sixth Major League Baseball franchise in 9 seasons in the minor leagues, signing as an unrestricted free agent with the Chicago White Sox. Fox signed a minor league contract with the White Sox for this season after spending the 2023 season in the minors in the Washington Nationals organization. He's since been assigned to the Charlotte Knights of the International League in the minors, a Triple-A affiliate of the White Sox. And just days after announcing its team for the 2024 World Athletics Indoor Championships, the B3As is faced with a withdrawal as a key member is choosing to focus on the outdoor season. Grand Bahamian Alonzo Russell, an Olympic and World Indoor Relay medalist, said after careful consideration and consultation, he and his team have decided to place their attention on a run at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. He's yet to qualify, but has been an elite quarter-miler for the country for more than a decade, and is yet to open his season outdoors. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. First look at weather brought to you by Discounts Galore Outdoor Flea Market. Here's what's happening. We've got an area of low pressure northeast of the Bahamas that's dragging a frontal boundary and unsettled west of the central and southeast Bahamas through tonight. Meanwhile, high pressure is building behind the front. Beachgoers should be alert due to the risk of rip currents along north and northeasterly beaches. For all areas today, forecast calls for partly sunny, mild, and breezy conditions with isolated showers in the Northwest Islands. Partly cloudy to cloudy, cool, and breezy with widely scattered showers in the central and southeast Bahamas. Fair, cool, and breezy in the Northwest and Central Islands tonight. Cloudy, breezy, and cool with isolated showers in the southeastern islands by tonight. For boaters, small craft should exercise caution. Winds northwest at 15 to 20 knots. Seas 4 to 7 feet higher along Atlantic exposures. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs getting up to around 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down about 66 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have an extended outlook coming up after traffic in just a bit. This first look at weather brought to you by our outdoor flea market. Attention all bargain hunters and treasure seekers, get ready for an unforgettable shopping experience at Discounts Galore Outdoor Flea Market. Join unique vendors offering fantastic finds and very low prices. Baby clothing at 50% off, delicious food, and family-friendly entertainment. Come on down to Discounts Galore Outdoor Flea Market, Saturday, February 24th, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Mackey Street opposite Bertha's Ribs. Call them 361-7099 for more information. Discounts Galore Outdoor Flea Market, February 24th. it is time for a break. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day.
Life is unpredictable, so when the unexpected pops up and you need cash fast, you can handle it in easy-to-manage bite-sized payments with a cash advance from Scotia Select Pay. With Scotia Select Pay, you can take a lower-interest cash advance on your Scotia credit card in 3, 6, 9, or 12 monthly bite-sized payments. When the unforeseen strikes, trust a cash advance from Scotia Select Pay, the new, easy, and useful way to get cash now and pay later in convenient bite-sized payments that won't break your budget. Try it now on the Scotia mobile app or via Scotia online.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356
Fish Fry Friday is back at Margaritaville downtown Nassau, a 12-volt bar featuring the big band Visage with the latest soca music. Admission is $25, one complimentary drink included. Experience the Fish Fry Buffet at Vacation Cafe for only $55, party included. Doors open at 6:30 p.m., party until 11:30 p.m. After break, Fish Fry Friday is back. So come party with the big band Visage and your number one DJ, March 1st at 12-volt Bar, Margaritaville, downtown Nassau. Tell your crew to meet you at Fish Fry Friday.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, filling in for Duquesne Dean, we've got Laverne Gardner. Laverne Gardner, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you here with us on a Tuesday. You and Duquesne doing a little swap.
Be here.
And Duquesne will be here with us on Thursday. So, great stuff. All right, we got a lot to talk about this morning, including a preview of 242 Day. I think everybody knows we've been pushing that hard for a number of years now, and this is going to be the second official year that everybody's on board celebrating it. And some companies really coming through with what they're going to be doing on Saturday, maybe even on Friday. Who knows?
That's exciting.
Yeah, great stuff there. So we're going to talk about that later in the show. But right now, let's begin with what's in the news. And in the news, another tragedy here in the Bahamas, in New Providence. A 15-year-old boy is the latest murder victim. Around 9 o'clock yesterday morning, shot to death outside his home. And, it just hurts me to even have to say this out loud, but, and wisely, the media, the newspapers, didn't listen to the Prime Minister and have put this very important story right on the front page. And one of the papers is in big bold letters as the lead story, as it should be. A 15-year-old boy shot dead in the street. Not on page 4 or 5 or 6. Front page. Artenica Thompson writing about it today. A 15-year-old boy was murdered outside his home on 1st Street in New Providence around 9 a.m. yesterday. The teen was standing outside with his older brother when the occupants of a small gray Japanese car pulled up. Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings reporting that a gunman got out of the car with a high-powered weapon and fired multiple shots, killing the boy. The teen's brother was not injured during the incident and was assisting police with their investigation. Skippings lamented the killing and the age of the victim. She's asking people who may have been in the area during the time of the shooting to come forward with information that can help police. She said yesterday, quote, "It's unacceptable. We have a 15-year-old teen who has not yet lived. A teen who was probably about to make his way to go to school. So members of the public, you have an obligation to assist your police department with this investigation." Now, police are not sure who was the intended target. Skipping says that she was not sure. She said, quote, "Definitely anytime you see violence, it has something to do with conflicts. And again, it comes back to our males being able to put ego aside and sit down and talk. Well, not just the men. But she went on to say, quote, "Conflicts are inevitable. They will always occur. We just need to be able to show our men how to reason and resolve conflicts, because when you pick up a weapon and you injure someone, the Royal Bahamas Police Force will catch you. We will find you. There's no doubt about it. And then when we will find you, the courts place you where you have to go. Your life is virtually finished. We don't need that happening to our young men. We are losing too many young men right now." Superintendent Keith Ferguson, second in charge of the Grove Police Station, said police will step up mobile and foot patrols in the wake of the shooting. He said, quote, "We are also communicating with the residents of this community. Something like this should never happen in this country. Conflict resolution is needed. We need to talk about our differences. You don't need to pick up a gun, a knife. Just have a conversation. We are all family. But it will take a community effort for us to curb crime in the Bahamas." He said police will hold a march and prayer session in the Coconut Grove area and Engliston communities today. There have been 26 murders now in the country since the start of the year, 24 of them here in New Providence. Boy. Man. 15 years old.
What else we can say? What other words we could use to describe this madness? What other reaction we could have? I think we've run the gamut of them, Dwight. It's unacceptable that this is happening in our country. The majority of it happening on one island, the size of what that island is.
Let's hear what you have to say, folks. Give us a call. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. You can also call us toll-free, 242-300-5720 in the Family Islands. Let's go to this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Morning. How you doing, Dwight?
Doing well. Good morning.
Condolences to the family, and so sad to hear about what happened to the young brother. But I would like to just turn the nation's attention to a gentleman by the name of Chief Keef. More younger people know him, but he is a rapper, an American rapper from Chicago, and he was one of the progenitors in what is known now as drill music. I think we need to look at the political and the criminological aspect of what's going on, even though I don't hear much statistics and data to speak to the rise, the ebb and flow in murders amongst young brothers. But anyway, Chief Keef came on scene, and he was one of those people that led the drill music. Drill music is what you probably will see, where you see a bunch of young brothers, a group of young brothers in these music videos with high-power rifles, saying they sing by people's graves now, saying how they could kill them and what they would do. And this programming is being pumped all through the internet, music outlets, Spotify. Now, what I realized in America, they have this thing known as pop culture. And pop culture is short for popular culture. And if we take a close examination in the Bahamas, we would see that males between the ages of 13 and 25 in America, it's now popular. You understand what I'm saying, Dwight? Like popular, like remember in high school, popularity. It's popular for black males between the ages of 13 and 25 to kill each other. That's actually how you get recognition. That's how girls react to you now. That's how you get recruited. It's that popularity is what comes into place. And that is the social component of what we are seeing now. And I think we overlook how powerful something like that could be, because popularity matters a lot, especially in the cities where people seek identity and seek recognition and don't have it. So I think we need to start looking at the effect of American popular culture on us and how it seems into our mentalities. And I think that is being overlooked. But if you all have some time, do some research on drill music, and you would see now that that trend more than anything right now.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I don't think it's being overlooked. I think people have known this for decades, and whatever's popular in the U.S. is unfortunately popular here. That's been the story here for decades. On this, what you're talking about, we know. It's been happening for a long time. Every time we say something about it, we're being told, oh, you're trying to censor people, you're trying to censor expressions. But we totally agree with you. It is happening. There's no doubt about it. We know this. They know this. Everybody knows it. Do they care? I wonder. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. For those who don't know it, I hope they listen to you. But yeah, and that is extremely popular here in this country with the teenage set, as you just mentioned. Relative of mine told me all about their love for it. 15 as well. And I'm like, I didn't understand if you speak English, but yeah, I barely understand teenagers around here these days. I don't know what they speak. It's not English, and all of us need to be. They don't speak our language. Yes, some of the ones who come on this show who are doing extremely well in school speak better than most people around here, but the other folks, they don't speak our language. Be afraid. Drill music is their national anthem. That's all they love and know.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning. Do they care? Do we care? Poppy here. Good morning, Miss Gardner, and good morning, Dwight. So glad.
Morning.
Thank God. Good morning, Miss Gardner. So glad and thank God to hear your voice on the radio this morning. We did miss you yesterday, although it was one day.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do a good job, Dwight, although we agree to disagree on many different things. Dwight,
and that's fine.
Yes, I want to send condolence also to people who losing their loved ones. I know the papers, what you read in the papers today, but did you hear the story about the 80-year-old grandmother, straw vendor, who have to pay some money for signing someone bail? Well, or is it in the papers this month? That's what I really want to ask you. where they saying allegedly that the police arrested an off-duty police officer on a shooting scene on Sunday night. You see anything in the papers?
That was in yesterday. Yeah, it was in yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday? It was in the papers yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't hear nobody read it. Well, only one Dwight Strachan there. Keep up the good work, man.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, I heard it. It was on the news yesterday. It sounds like quite a convoluted story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people, the movie type lives that some of us lead. Well, yeah. It's all related, folks. It's all related to what we're talking about right now. But the heroes that people hold up high and who they aspire to be like. Scary stuff. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, Dwight, and good morning. You're doing well.
Yes,
Good
good
morning. Yes, I am.
These are drastic times, aren't they?
Definitely.
Drastic times call for what?
Some say drastic measures, and perhaps, yep.
Dwight, I tell you, as long as there are illegal weapons in the hands of people, they will use them. They will use them. As I told you before, we have a gun problem. And unless and until we address that issue, and until we stop just giving people a tap on the wrist for the possession of illegal firearms, this will never change. You can mark my word. I told you before, you will see many, many reruns of the same movies. People have these weapons, and they have intentions of using them. They didn't get them for pretty. They get them with the intent to kill someone, to harm someone. And they go before the courts, and the courts know these people's intentions, and they go and they just give them a tap on the wrist. And, like I told you, Mr. Allen, in one instance, he cited where a man, he was in prison for murder. He got bail. While on bail, he attempted to kill somebody else. Nothing came of the case because the witnesses did not come forth. But Mr. Allen said, were there more punitive measures for the possession? Because he was convicted of the firearm case. He would have been in jail for 10, 15 years. And that person who he attempted to kill, perhaps that would have not happened. And until we address this issue, which I don't know what this Minister of National Security, I am tired of him talking the same old foolishness. Come on the radio. Parents are not killing people. Guns are. Guns. Go to Parliament when it's open tomorrow and put forward a proposal for those who have the possession of illegal firearms of 100 years. Make people know that there are consequences for their actions. Until that happens, Dwight, many mothers will be crying. Many headlines will be on the newspaper of the same carnage in the Bahamas. It's in the hand of the government. Yes, there are the social and economic issues, but right now the government has to take control of this country with the mechanism of the courts, to enforce the laws of this country. Don't worry about the guns coming in. And we take 365 guns off the street every year, and we can't find who are bringing these guns. We can't find out where these guns are coming from. Something has to be wrong with that, Dwight.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yep, absolutely crack down the guns, but don't dismiss the parents' role. Some, not all, of course, not all, but some parents have seen the signs and did nothing to curtail the little monster that grew up to be a murderous teenager. So I don't think you can dismiss parental involvement here. And a lot of these parents know a lot more than they're, right?
Yeah.
A lot more. So everything, we need to do everything. Crack down on everything. Another call, then we'll get to your text messages. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Golly Day, this is Strachan always along with you on the one, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
We need justice, law, and order in this country, the Bahamas. Dwight, a couple of things, maybe 6 points I want to make. Number one, listening to you on this morning, right? We need to be knowing who those children are what's being killed. The next thing is need to, get on their feet, investigate. It seems as if as though the police do not know how or do not like to investigate.
Why are you saying that? What is the reason you're saying this?
Because here it is. Sometimes they don't find who killed the people. They don't give you the reason why the people being killed. We need to know these things so we can know who we living among. Okay? The other thing is, children are not going to hide gun in their parents' home.
What?
Okay? They're going to leave it with their boys, or they're going to hide it in some bush or some old house or something like that. The police need to get on their feet and walk around instead of speeding around all over the place and investigate. And if you know a certain area is a hard area, is a criminal area, deal with it, investigate, man. We shouldn't be getting up to these foolish days and be wondering who child that is, or we wondering what happened. We need to get in order around here.
Okay. Thanks a lot. The police are investigating, I'm sure. Sometimes you just can't figure it out. Sometimes people hide very well and are able to cover their tracks very well.
That's not just particular to us here in the Bahamas.
Definitely not.
Right? The police are investigating, and I'm going to have to disagree, Brayman. I don't know for a fact, but I do believe that some weapons are being hidden in homes.
Absolutely. And he's right. Sometimes, bushes and abandoned houses, sure. But also in the home, too.
All of the above.
All of the above, everywhere. Everything you can think of is happening. Above. Maybe even at school. Who knows? Anything and everything you can think of is happening. It's it's not black and white, right? It's everything goes. And we will know the identity of this unfortunate victim soon enough, I'm sure. In fact, one of the papers is identifying him as already. So that's not a secret. We'll know who that is soon. Okay, let's get to the text messages. This person says, welcome. It was one day, folks, just one day. No welcome back.
But listen, they missed you, Dwight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Right, say that. Don't just say it's one day. They missed that one day.
One day.
That one day without you meant a lot.
Oh, boy.
It meant a lot to them.
Well, I wish I had.
You're well loved and appreciated.
Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for Chester for filling in yesterday. This person says here, please note that everyone that will call or text about their outrage to crime is only grandstanding. Whoa. Nothing will make locals protest the government, especially not a party, to demand we remove people not providing results. Nobody will be in the streets demanding CCTV, better policies, or simple accountability. When we going to stop playing with those who we pay to find solutions? Crime is always a concern for tourism, but every man for himself. For locals, this is insane. That's a text. Now, text, what is this text? That's not what that means, but anyway, they're talking about what we read in the international news about the wife of the Jovenel Moise, and some claims they're saying about the wife. Now, she's...
Okay.
Anyway, okay. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes out of this. That's what this investigation is finding, that she was complicit, whatever that means, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't know if that means that she was... don't jump to conclusions just yet. We'll see. This texture says, it's sad that the Prime Minister is blaming the press and the National Security Minister is blaming parents and everybody else with a pulse. But while campaigning, both of them lay the blame at the feet of the government. They're not serious, and until they are, nothing will change. Okay, we need some calmness in these messages because it looked to me at first as until they are nothing, which, no, until they are, nothing will change. Like, okay, right. Oh, boy. Anyway, do you know what's even... let me take a sip of water on that.
Punctuation is important.
Very important. Oh, man. Okay, sorry. Do you know what's even more troubling than that story of the 15-year-old, if anything could be? An off-duty police officer was captured over the weekend after participating in a drive-by shooting with 2 other men. A question was subsequently found at his home. Recall a few weeks ago, the commissioner announcing that he sat some gang participants in a room to get to the root of the problem, but nobody wanted to talk. I thought at the same time, what a dumb plan. The boys likely didn't talk because the commissioner would advertise that they talked and their boys just passed the door in red stripes, yikes, and give them the look.
Wow.
Do we believe that officer is the only one? I doubt it. We have a problem in Parliament, and we have a problem on the police force. Well, I think it's every single aspect of the country. It's not just those 2 places. It's not just those 2. Okay, all right. Call in and say that text. I'm not going to read that one, texter. Call in and say that you're tired. They should call in and say it. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. 242-300-5720. Call us toll free. This texter says, I agree with Brayman and the caller before Brayman. Why do we not know who's smuggling guns in the country? The government needs to take hold of the country, and police need more sting operations. And I don't know if we don't know, but we just haven't done anything about it. Much. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I think plenty of people have lots of theories as to how they're coming in. Yeah. But
have
again,
these theories been investigated?
I don't know. And it's not as simple as that, I suspect, right? But again, the demand is there, and no matter what, even if they stop it the way it's coming in now, those folks will find another way to get them in if the demand is high enough. And we've got high demand. That first caller was on to that, right? That this is what the young kids, plenty of people who feel they need this to be safe, right? Those people are looking for these easy guns. And they know who to go to rent guns, and they know who to go to borrow, and whatever, right? And the demand is there until. And I guess if some of you tell me that demand will always be there, that's not true. Some other countries have shown us that is not true. But something about here, and mimicking the U.S. obsession with guns and that gun culture, and that's going to lead us into ruin.
It is. It's leading us there. We have to figure out how we're going to get a handle on this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We have to. I don't know. You know, we like to shy away from saying crisis, but to me, this is a crisis.
Without a doubt. A couple more calls before we have to take a break. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Good morning.
And good morning to the Warren.
Good morning.
Hey, guys. Dwight, I hear you talking about. I mean, you always do a good job. Kudos to you and to your show always, right?
Thank you.
You know that. But Dwight, for years now we're talking about the status quo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And shouldn't that be we putting emphasis on the fact that we only continue on voting for managers of the status quo, Dwight. This is why we can't change, Dwight. Right? We don't have no visionary leaders in this country. All we have is, and they have eloquent speeches, right? But they have no desire to change the status quo, right? When a country could sit back and allow, this is only my opinion, lawyers would have criminal law firms to govern their nation, and they still looking for crime to cease, is ludicrous, right? Because nobody is going to close down their own business, right, for a temporary 5-year job. Nobody's going to do that, right? So this is the reason why we have to wake up in this country, wise up Bahamians, right? We can no longer continue shooting ourselves in our feet, right, and wonder why we limping, right? Because at the end of the day, right, we have some things to do about our crime. And you mentioned parents, and that's a good thing, right? But now here's it: the status quo should have been the status quo mind to go to the House of Assembly if they were serious, and then act laws when parents fail, right?
we put laws in place so that if you fail in that extent, we removing your children away from you. But nothing we do. Here's what we do. We go to church and we pray about it. But prayer is good, but faith without works is dead. You guys have a wonderful, safe day today.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, wow. Taking the kids. Okay, this texter says, the message is plain and simple to these murderers. Hang them high. Stop complaining when someone gets murdered. Hang them high. It will surely send a message to these murdering thugs. Well, okay. It could. It's possible. I'm sure they see all the other people getting murdered, all their boys getting murdered, and all their brothers and cousins and fathers and uncles, right? And themselves, and that hasn't done a thing yet. But maybe if the state does it, feel realer. Perhaps. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? All right, let's take this one. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Laverne.
Good morning.
Last caller, I really think you guys should really put that as a PSA on your shows. That guy is so spot on. Just no longer than yesterday, we were saying, myself and a group of other men who are very concerned about what's going on in this country, we picked up the American culture in this country, 1. 2, we believe, we are of the opinion that nothing is going to change in this country because obviously there are certain persons in this country who loves organized chaos. And that's what has this country going, organized chaos. You talk about you want to solve some things, but yet there's some things that you could go in with a stroke of a pen and change it in Parliament. But these guys are not serious. Crime is big business. It is big business. And this thing is not just on the bottom. This thing goes all the way to the top. This problem can be solved. Not everything can be solved. But this can be reduced to a significant level if people are really willing and serious about solving this problem. That's all I'm going to say for this morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'll take this call and then we'll go to the break. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Good discussion, the parts that I caught. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people believe that going in the House of Assembly and passing a law really can stop and change the hearts of people. That ain't going to change the hearts of people because we have an abundance of laws on the books right now. And a lot of people, we don't follow the laws individually. We don't follow the laws, but it's good to point fingers at other people. We only looking at murders and all that kind of thing. But we have a criminal mindset to drive on the streets. They have laws governing how you drive on the streets. How much else is pay attention to them on a daily basis? You risking your life almost every day when you're driving on the streets, especially in New Providence, because of the uncaring mindset of the majority of drivers on the road. They don't care. And that same mentality transfers into killing, maiming people. We used to only talk about the killing, but you know how much people is getting maimed in this country on a daily basis, either through shootings, stabbings, accidents, because of other people who do not care about other people. We could change the government 1,000,000 times, but that ain't going to make a difference because there's only a handful of people.
Now, I'm sure you would agree that a lack of enforcement or limited enforcement is creating a lot of the problems we're seeing as well, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. We ain't going to have sufficient police officers to cover every street corner. We ain't going to have, it has to start with each and every one of us as individuals to decide that, look here, certain things we are not going to do. And if we see our family, our friends, and our lovers, and call the relevant authorities to deal with the matter. Until such time, you could be elected to Parliament, right? And that ain't going to change nothing. That ain't going to change the hearts of people who want to do criminal activity. That's our problem. The hearts of our people need to change and to not wanting to do criminal activity and to have more love for one another. If we don't respect ourselves, it starts with respect for yourself. Love for God, respect for yourself, and love your neighbor how you love yourself. Yeah. So we could tell we lack in plenty love in this country towards one another just by even simply driving on the streets. The rage, the stupidity that people who consider themselves law-abiding citizens, because they ain't killing nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They consider themselves law-abiding citizens. But every day, they put other people in physical harm because of the way they drive on the streets. And people who say, oh, they're protesting. Why they don't lead the charge and start with the one person to start protesting? Yeah. Protests don't change nothing. That don't change nothing. We protest every government we had so far as I know. That ain't changing nothing. They go in the parliament, they pass a bunch of laws. That ain't changing the situation because it starts with each individual and their own mindset, how they think about themselves and how they think about other people. Until such time as more of us, we can get everybody, but we need more of us to be concerned with their neighbor, their friends, their family. Because if you love your family member, you wouldn't want them up in Foxhill prison, the correctional institution. Because the condition of their alone, you don't even want to go up there to visit them. Yeah. So you shouldn't want them to go up there.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Great words there. We've got a lot of talk. But he's right. You see it on the streets every day. They might not be murdering, but they're definitely breaking every other law. We'll pick this up on the other side of the break and a whole lot more to talk about on this Tuesday morning. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Television, mass murder in religion, and it is really sad, but the whole world going mad. Yes, this one have a gun, that one have a gun, and they go shoot each other for fun. How many men? Women, which is then I go have a fun, which is then I go drum a gun, which is then I go take a chance.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Your journey to home ownership is unique, and your mortgage financing should reflect that. That is why at RBC, we have dedicated mortgage specialists that provide sound advice and helpful solutions to make your dream home a reality. Best of all, the RBC mortgage team is mobile, flexible, and will meet you almost anywhere. Visit rbc.com/take 60 seconds to connect with an RBC mortgage specialist.
7:45, time for your first good traffic for the morning, brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean for more information. In your real-time traffic at this hour, your hotspots are the usual suspects. We've got Mild Butler Highway, heavy traffic from well south of the Fire Trail roundabout straight up to Tawny Williams Darling Highway. Slow-moving traffic there, northbound. Over on Gladstone Road, busy for you as well, just north of Fire Trail if you're heading northbound, straight up to the roundabout with Bahamian Boulevard and John F. Kennedy Drive. Over on Blue Hill Road, we're seeing a number of issues near St. Vincent Road, some congestion there, and especially as you approach Carmichael Road and straight through to the junction with Soul north of that area to get over that hill heading toward the roundabout with Independence Drive. Independence Drive backed up for you in both directions, east and westbound. And East Street, busy for you near Soldier Road, that intersection, and between the intersection and the roundabout with East-West Highway and Independence Drive, straight through to Robinson Road. Elsewhere, we've got Robinson Road looking busy between Soldier and Old Trail, especially westbound. You're not moving much there. But Prince Charles Drive is also busy for you as you approach the major intersections, especially Beatrice Avenue and near Fox Hill Road. And Eastern Road, heavy traffic for you from just east of Fox Hill to about Johnson Road if you're heading westbound. Not moving much there at this hour. Those are your hotspots right now. That's your real-time traffic and your Morning Blend Traffic Alert brought to you by RBC. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean. And time for another check of your weather. Here's what's happening. We've got an area of low pressure just northeast of the Bahamas that's dragging a frontal boundary and unsettled weather across parts of the country, especially the central and southeastern islands, through tonight. Meanwhile, high pressure is building behind the front. Beachgoers should be alert as there's a risk of rip currents along north and northeasterly beaches. For today, for all areas, your forecast calls for partly sunny, mild and breezy conditions with isolated showers. In the northwest Bahamas, partly cloudy, cool, and breezy with widely scattered showers in the central and southeastern islands today. Fair, cool, and breezy in the northwest and central Bahamas tonight. Cloudy, breezy, and cool with isolated showers in the southeastern islands tonight. For boaters, small craft should exercise caution. We're looking at highs getting up to around 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius today. Overnight lows tonight getting down about 66 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. Currently in Nassau, it is about 71 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. In your extended outlook, a cool, dry air mass will move into the Bahamas as high pressure becomes a dominant weather feature across the country. So for Wednesday, tomorrow, partly sunny, breezy, and cool with isolated showers in the afternoon mainly. Thursday, partly sunny and mild with a chance of a passing shower. Weather check brought to you by Easy Car Sales. If you are thinking about getting a new car, think electric, save money, and reduce emissions. It's a win-win. The road to sustainability starts with a single test drive. Visit easy242.com and get on the road to a better electric future.
Champ, baby girl, cable guy is here. Since the very beginning, you have been with us.
This is called Wave, and this is called the internet.
Okay. All right, so for over 2 decades, we've been with you every step of the way.
Weebo is total class. Look at her go. She's in front.
I follow me. I'm president.
So yeah, times may have changed, and so have your needs as our valued customers. But some connections stand the test of time. Rev, we're with you.
Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. We understand that your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new modern are where critical diagnoses and true personalized treatment begins. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshosp.com.
At RBC, we know buying your new ride is a very personal experience with many decisions to make. That's why we leave the car choice to you and ask that you leave the rest to one of our RBC Auto Finance specialists, trained to provide sound advice and helpful solutions to make your dream car a reality. The RBC Auto Finance team is mobile, flexible, and will meet you almost anywhere. Visit rbc.com/lovemyride to connect with an RBC Auto Finance specialist in your area.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers, we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, we're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
Wherever you're headed, the Custom Computers Know-How team is standing by to help guide you in the East and the West. We now have 2 convenient locations on Patton Street in Palmdale and our newest store in the Caves Village Shopping Plaza through the Blake Road entrance. Discover the latest products by top international brands and the knowledge you need to unleash tomorrow's technology. Drop by Custom Computers out east or out west. We're open Saturdays from 10 till 4. You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah, maybe I'ma get a little anxious. Maybe I'ma get a little shy. 'Cause everybody's trying to be famous, and I'm just trying to find a place to hide. All I wanna do is just hold somebody, but no one ever wants to get to know somebody. I don't even know how to explain this. I don't even think I'm gonna try. And that's okay. I promise myself one day I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me, but that's just the way I am. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me, but that's just the way I am. That's just the way I am. That's just the way I am.
We are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner on this Tuesday morning. We're talking about what's in the news, reacting to the latest murder in the country. 15-year-old boy shot dead outside his home around 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Just unbelievable. Getting a reaction to it and the ongoing challenges we have with gun violence in the country. Continue to call in 323-6232. 325-4316, 325-4259, toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Quite a few text messages here. This person says here, I think we read this already, yeah. So a homeless brother has to get beat down and kicked in the head by a bunch of young thugs before people decide to act. Although it highlights the very issue we have with crime, no action until it smacks them in the face. What did people decide to do? Did someone decide to act? What do you mean? Really? What? I know I heard on the news that they're appealing for anyone who saw and the family would act how.
Right.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I didn't hear any particular measures being put in place.
They cleaned him up. Oh, that's what we mean by act? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he had to be cleaned up. He was in the hospital, right? I guess. Sorry? The police stay, okay. Well, you mean in that circumstance, in that one situation, they cleaned up that one particular homeless. I thought you meant act in terms of we're sick and tired of crime and these wild, wayward teens who are doing the things they learned very well from their parents, I'm sure. Okay, so we're not really acting, just dealing with that one thing that you had to deal with. Yeah, because nothing's changed. Sadly, boy. And so there's no voice of reason among that entire group of boys. Nobody can say, hey, what are y'all doing? This is insane. Not one. Have you seen the video, Laverne?
Oh, no,
I haven't either.
Intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain things I do not watch. I can. And, people who, my circle up, my number, do not send me certain types of videos. I'm not going to open it.
Right.
Violent stuff, gruesome stuff, dead bodies, people who clearly are having a mental breakdown, walking the streets naked. Don't tell me those things.
Yeah, well, this one I didn't see either, no. Dwight, who checks those yachts coming in the Bahamas? Go in there. Okay. Go in there. I don't know what's happening. Go in and check them, basically, is what they're saying.
Right.
Especially on the Family Islands.
Check every vessel coming in. Every vessel needs to be thoroughly checked coming in.
This person says here, many people have been arrested for guns and other crimes, but the sentences are too lenient. When people get caught with guns, family members who are also police officers get them off. What? Also, when they go to court, the lawyers flash a sign and the case is dismissed. Huh? Oh, boy. Okay. The long-winded caller about protests doing nothing. The importance of citizens to demonstrate their disapproval of government actions and only contributes to why we are so passive about being led by people with zero incentive to change things rather than leading the government that we pay toward policies and other things we want. The bonus of shaming those in power to do the right thing, since it appears only international reports of the Bahamas concern them. Okay, well, prove them wrong. Go out there and then we'll see a change, maybe. This person says that we would never take the kids, is about a previous caller, I think, because we like to appease these black women who simply like to pump out kids. Oh, God. And it gets worse. I can't read the rest of it. Oh, dear Lord. They gave the homeless man housing. That's how they acted. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Okay. I'll read this when we get back. I'll read that when we get back. Let's go to the break, and I'll read this text message when we get back. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio.
Know somebody, if you go and look under the surface, maybe I'm a little insecure. That's okay. Baby, no, that's okay. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me, but that's just the way I am. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me, but that's just the way I am. 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 No, that's just the way I am. I'ma tell them all that you can either hate me or love me, that's just the way I am. Yeah, this is what you wanted. Oh,
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan, along with Laverne Gardner, will be joining us again in just a moment. But right now, it's time for another check of your weather. Williams. Here's what's happening. We've got an area of low pressure northeast of the Bahamas that's dragging a frontal boundary and unsettled weather across parts of the central and southeast Bahamas through tonight. Meanwhile, high pressure is building behind the front. Beachgoers should be alert due to the risk of rip currents along north and northeasterly beaches. For all areas today, we're looking at partly sunny, mild, and breezy conditions with isolated showers. In the northwest Bahamas, partly cloudy to cloudy, cool, and breezy with widely scattered showers in the central and southeastern islands. Fair, cool, and breezy in the northwest and central Bahamas tonight. Cloudy, breezy, and cool with isolated showers in the southeast Bahamas. Small craft should exercise caution. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs getting up to 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down about 66 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. The outlook, a cool and dry air mass will move into the Bahamas as high pressure becomes the dominant weather feature across the country. So for Wednesday, tomorrow, partly sunny, breezy and cool with isolated showers in the afternoon. Thursday, partly sunny and mild with a chance of a few passing showers. That's your morning blend weather check. Brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints has got you covered for all your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in-store today. Day 21, time for another check of your traffic for the morning, brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean for more information. In your real-time traffic, still heavy traffic on Milo Butler Highway from well south of the Fire Trail roundabout straight up to Tawny Williams-Darling Highway. That area looking congested for you along Tawny Williams-Darling Highway as well, westbound and eastbound towards that roundabout. And for the north up as we head toward the six-legged roundabout, you're going to be seeing that heavy traffic there. Also busy for you southbound on New Providence Highway. Over on the Gladstone Road, still busy for you from Fire Trail straight up to the roundabout with JFK and Bahamar Boulevard. And Blue Hill Road is congested for you from St. Vincent pretty much straight up to Vincent and Blue Hill Road. And as you get over that hill, on the way down to the roundabout. Elsewhere, we've got Soldier Road looking busy for you near Windsor Place and Old Trail. Old Trail looking, got a lot of traffic north and southbound there, or northeast and southwestbound. And then that Robinson Road, Soldier Road area, heavy traffic for you. In fact, you're not moving from Soldier straight up to East West Highway Marathon Road. And along the major intersections, also busy for you along Prince Charles Drive. Then we've got Bernard Road still seeing heavy traffic, especially near the schools in the area, and Eastern Road still bumper to bumper, just east of Fox Hill Road to about Johnson Road. So those are your hot spots right now. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean.
Don't get the best service in the Bahamas then.
The love is really, really strong in Sherwin-Williams. We don't just sell paint. We service you with a smile, good hearts, mind, soul, and body. Us as much as we love ourselves.
Yes, real talk.
I'm not just saying this
Real talk.
to impress myself.
We love to go beyond with customer service. So they feel delighted to come in Sherwin-Williams because they know I can either see Dee Dee, or I can see Shelly, or one of our other wonderful staff members. We treat our customers with the respect of our boss because there are many paint companies they could choose to go to. No, baby. If they go to some other paint companies, so I gonna get this little thing at the end of the week.
We want to make sure you get that little ting, Shelley. Come visit Shelley and Dee Dee at Sherwin-Williams Bahamas, and you'll surely find colour in every day.
The Central Bank of the Bahamas understands that the use of checks continues to be important to some businesses, and that changes will take time. That's why the bank is consulting you. Your feedback on this initiative is crucial so that decisions are data-driven. Download the survey from Central Bank's Facebook page to let us know what you think. Your participation matters.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
They say you doing good. They say you doing bad.
We are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong with Laverne Gardner today, and we're talking about what's in the news, talking about this horrible situation on another murder, a 15-year-old boy killed. We're going to get into some other issues in the news as well this morning. This text, though, saying, great show as usual, the gun violence in the past needs long prison sentences, 4 lifetime sentences plus 99 years. Okay, all right. And then they go on to say, Laverne, get this. People were saying, Dwight, that you were under emotional distress after Fred Mitchell's voice note, and but you could sue, tell the judge you can't work or sleep at night and after the voice note and try to get some money. Okay, well, that's incorrect. It was a plan.
So to say, if people only know, if people only understood how little you care about that.
It's very funny. Hey, man, and that's helping to bring more attention to the show. Yeah, tune into the crazy nutcase man in the morning and hear what else he has to say today. Yeah, that's great stuff. Great stuff. No. What's really happening is we're getting tired of talking about you all killing each other. That's beginning to take. So maybe there is something to it. The emotional distress.
Yeah.
That is.
But it isn't because of Fred Mitchell's statement.
No. And hey. In the 12 years we've been on the air, these guys come and go. 5 years they're here, 5 years they're not here. They're begging to come on the show, begging for me to mention their names. And then 5 years back, not trying to talk to us. Not that he ever does it. He always answers the phone when we call and we appreciate it. But that's little things. No. What was more outrageous is what he said about the chairman of the FNM. That should disturb everyone to no end.
Very disturbing. And I was disappointed with that. I didn't think that I was still at the place where I could get disappointed, but I was disappointed.
Okay, well, there's a whole lot more coming for you, I'm sure, if you pay attention to politicians, Laverne. Sad to say, but yeah, that's sinking to new low in politics, and we aren't supposed to be that place. Come on. And I think everybody knows better than that. Everyone, whether you know Dr. Sands or not, and if you know him, you know that's crazy. And if you don't, well, come on. Is it really that bad? Is it that serious? Really? Well, anyway. Okay. This person says here, I'm pretty sure those police and this is the pasta person again, who's always calling them pastas. And they're naming some people.
Sorry.
Like, spaghettis.
Lasagna.
Before, right, lasagna. Macaroni salad. Mix up like macaroni salad. Anyway, maybe what's happening here? At least he got shown some fake concern. This is the homeless person. He got shown some fake concern for a day or two. Look at the glass as half full. That's how it works in this country. You have to be abused to get social assistance for a day or two. Well, that's sad. It's obvious we have illegal weapons coming in on boats from the north and the south. I live in a private area in the southern area, and it's depressing to see so many new faces with foreign languages. And if you call immigration, they never respond. What are they doing? They're just walking around and talking around you? Okay. These people are piling up in private areas now. It appears as if no one cares, and so why even report it? What are you suggesting, though? Illegal immigrants are just flocking in and living in just moving into your private areas illegally? You think that's what's going on? Yeah? Okay. I mean, it could be. This person says that the homeless gentleman was reconnected with his uncle and mother in the USA. They got him to a barber, and now he looks totally different. You both need to look at the homeless man being attacked. It is very revealing about our young people. I normally do not watch the outrageous videos either, but I can send it to you if you wish. No, please don't send it. But I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I believe that someone did send it to me. I did not open it. But based on reactions and talk, that's fine. I don't. Stuff like that stays with me, and I prefer not.
I wouldn't be surprised by anything. I've seen the school fights and the things that people do to each other who are classmates and parents. I've seen the ones with the parents fighting it as well. And right in front of the police officers, often the inspectors, right, or the superintendents and stuff with the khaki. If they'll do those things, I wouldn't be surprised at all. We talk about dogs every month on the show and the things that people do to dogs and who are not bothering them. Why would they see a homeless person as being different? We have big problems in this country, and people telling you all that you can see it, and these kids are learning it from adults. Not maybe who aren't doing it too, but who aren't correcting them when they see them attacking a puppy. Right, the boys? Right? That leads to something. Talk to those kids. I guarantee you they've killed dogs amongst them. And worse. So I wouldn't be surprised. Not at all. It's very sad. But hey. This person, callers will get to you in a second. This person says, I'm warning all drugs, guns, and immigrants can never be stopped from coming into the Bahamas. Our borders are too big, nor do we have the manpower, equipment, or the will to stop it. Let the government control what they can, and that is the punishment when one gets caught with illegal or high-powered guns. Okay.
So we just should accept it. There's no solution for that part, and just focus on what we can do. Is that what the text is saying?
I don't know. But we mentioned it earlier, right? The punishment, the enforcement of the laws, that is often lacking, especially when it comes to traffic violations here. Let's go to the phone lines, and you can call in as well. 323-6232, 325-4259, toll free, 242-300-5720. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, are you there? Good morning. Yes, had them holding too long. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Wow. Yeah. All right. So, again, our condolences to the family here. And as you said earlier in the show, Laverne, what more can we say? We've gone through this 26 times, I believe, since January 2nd, when we came back from our
I don't know how much
break.
More outrage. Like, where do we go?
Wow. Let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Laverne.
Hi.
Good morning.
Many cause for concern. That last text, that was a mindless, inconsiderate text, right, Dwight?
Which one?
Because what I'm looking at is, it's partly correct, a perimeter to patrol, but with the implementation of technology, right, I don't see a problem with that. And then, even subsequently, when illegal migrants arrive, we should have mechanisms in place to weed them out. So, is this a hopeless paradigm, Dwight? This is what you're telling me? And the lady just called and showed you the problem, Dwight. Is this a hopeless paradigm? You're saying once you reach it, that's it? And America sending back people who've been there for 30, 40 years? And also, Dwight, I was disturbed by the fact that there's an article in the Tribune that said pistol used by police was engraved with headshots. So I can't know if that's the gun they found, but they said pistol used by police was engraved with the word headshots, and we see the other model the other day. So what's going on here? And Dwight, the thing is, the guy who called and talked about the innovation of the laws, right? That's really part of the problem. But I like how he said that we need to change the minds of the people. How much times I've said the revolution of the minds when it comes to rights? Let me tell you why. You said something very profound for me. The guys are seeing friends and family and whatever being killed, right? And they still wouldn't deviate from their behavior, right, Mr. Swan? So what I'm saying is, I have some little cousins, and because there's so much Chinese bars in the area, they get drunk, and so, I try to talk to them, but they get drunk and they shout the word bodies. You get what I'm saying is. So this one is over, Dwight.
Wow.
What you mean bodies? You all don't know what's going on in the road, man. People who don't live in the inner city, they don't know what time it is, Dwight. Bless up.
Yeah, wow. Okay, rough. That's what the texture was implying, that there was very little that can be done. I don't know if I agree with that, but, hey.
Right.
Well, Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? No. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at some other stories in the news. This is this one's disturbing. Granddad charged with incest. Boy.
Oh my God.
Seems like 5 or 6 counts. 5 or 6 counts. Right. But this one here, prison officials to train in Italy. How do you feel about this? Travis Carrical writing about it. More than 30 correctional officers will travel to Italy later this year for training with Italy's prison officials. That's according to Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe, who recently returned from a trip to Italy with corrections officials. And he said the government wants to expand training opportunities for prison officials and to learn how other countries handle parole. You might have heard this on the news a few minutes ago. Some interesting things being said there. Monroe said that the Italian government paid for the trip. They visited their penitentiary, male prison, female prison, and meetings at their training school. He says, quote, they actually let children live in prison with their mothers for the beginning of their life. They have medium security and high security and something called... I think this is 41 BIS, I'm not sure. Anyway, for their organized crime bosses, their mafia bosses. Mm-hmm. So we were exposed to that. We were also exposed to the programs in their prison to prepare people for release. There are different, apart from the mothers who have children live with them in their prison, the cell doors are open for most of the day. We had negotiations over the way forward, and it was agreed that in April they would send a delegation here to visit B-Docks to have a view of what we have here with our system. I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot of "Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia" when they come and see what we're doing. Anyway, they have already.
What am I gonna hear?
I'm not gonna do that again. Oh, boy. Anyway, they have already, based on our conversation, done a lot of research on what our law was. So they knew about the Correctional Services Bill and all of that. Okay. On May 10th, senior persons from B-Docks will be traveling to Italy, again at the cost of the Italian government for training. In November, 25 lower-level management officers will be sent to Italy for further training, again at the expense of the Italian government. Monroe says the trip came about after Acting Commissioner of Corrections, Don Clare, reached out to various correctional officials across the world. So apparently when he reached out, knowing that they were moving to parole to different sources, that's how they now have the American Correctional Association evaluating our correctional facilities for certification. They reached out to Canada, and they have a memorandum of understanding with Canada for assistance in what they call programming for persons to go to Canada to be trained under certain arrangements, for the Canadians to come here and train under the MOU. And then they reached out to Italy as well. Okay, so this all sounds wonderful. Yeah. And we wish everybody good luck here. We hope that there will be tangible improvements made, things that we can see, and we can really start to reform a lot of the people who end up at B-Docks. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get your reaction to all of that, folks. What do you make of that? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720. Caller, what say you on this? Good morning. Are you there? This is so impatient. Okay, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Okay, some of your text messages. Yeah, you all thought that was cute, eh, Mamma Mia? Yeah. Well, they won't be thinking it's cute when they see some of the things we know that happens at the prison. Not sorry for you, Bahamians. What now? What is this? Oh, boy. Not sorry for you, Bahamians. You are simple and corrupt. What in God's name? You're either scared of the criminals or in league with them. This is from a 2-4. Line up with the crime, and while they are incarcerated, teach them trade skills. If the Bahamas was serious about crime, the concurrent sentences for multiple crimes would be done away with. You are scary and inept. Well, okay. Okay. Well, I hear you. Yeah, I agree with you. Concurrent sentences, I don't know what that's about, but they don't have much space. They got people still using slop buckets, I understand, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And 6, 7, 8 in a cell with lots of rodents and other creatures in the cell with them. So it's a space challenge, without a doubt. This person says the Bahamians are the problem, and until they recognize that, nothing is going to change. Stop blaming the government, the police, etc., and look in the mirror and your family members committing crimes. Let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning, you're on the air. Hi, good morning. Okay, what's going on here? Anyway, this person says here...
are we having phone issues?
No, I don't think so. That person's...
Okay.
Yeah. I understand the Italians are paying for this, so it's free to us. That's what... and in Europe. I thought about that earlier. You know, how is that going to work with the language barrier? Is that going to be a challenge? I don't know. But hey, just because they don't speak English doesn't mean you can't learn from them, I think. I hope, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can... Yep, this is caller here. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Yep, okay. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Well, okay. I'm going to sort that out. Yes. Did I hear the news correctly? Wayne Monroe said 30 prison officers will travel to Italy for training. Help me understand. They will pass America, the country with the largest prison complex in the world, to go to Italy. Are we really to believe that the Italian government is paying for this trip? I don't understand why you're having an issue. What is the problem? And he said they're dealing with, they have a program with the Americans as well and the Canadians.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Perhaps this is just the first invitation.
And I'm sure that is helping, yeah. And they reached out to different countries, a number of different countries. And so, hey, they got a big mob issue there, and apparently the gangs are running the place here. So maybe we can learn a lot from them. So we'll see. This person says here, Dwight, the other day I counted about 10 liquor stores on Robinson Road from Marathon Mall to Blue Hill Road, not one bookstore. And we wonder why we have so many problems in the inner city. Well, we don't have many bookstores on the entire island, so I don't know what your point is there. Yeah, we got probably like liquor stores and number places. Those are the two.
They're talking about
and Chinese
making
restaurants.
The point of accessibility.
What? Okay, sure. There no one around here wants to read a book. Then where?
Say that.
Oh, really? There are like two. Chapter 1, the university bookstore. We've had that problem for years, for many, many, many years, and not just us. Sadly, right? And people will tell you if you want to read something, go online. But I get your point. I understand what you're saying, and it is very interesting. There are some other signs as anxiety, some many, many other ones. We can do a show on that at some point. But yeah, the bookstore thing has been a problem for decades. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Good morning, LeMoyne.
Morning.
Yeah, finally, Dwight. Yeah, something is wrong with the phone, man, because the phone keep hanging up. It ain't the people hanging up. Something wrong with the phone.
Okay.
But, like with the police officer, Fernandez supposed to kill on, like, Green Slate, man. Like the commissioner, he's supposed to be fired first before he go to court. He's supposed to get his hat and his badge snatch off him because he embarrassed the force, the police force. Fernandez supposed to kill on, like Green Slate. Fire him first before he go to court. And about the prison thing, once they learn how to keep them cell phones out there, everything will be good. If they train them how to keep the cell phone and the drugs out of there, and everything will be all right. If they could get that type of training over there, then everything will be cool. And then another thing, any other insights or anything for the government from National Ministry of Foreign Affairs or anything to do with the PLP, any message with Fred Mitchell have to come to the media, at least the Guardian. I want you all to use AI, man. Just use his voice and change up the message, man. Because that's really one smart, dumb man now. He might be in the Howard and everything, but he ain't ready. They tell people that the boycott Dr. Dwayne Sanchez. Yeah, you have a heart attack, heart problems, and you have cardiac problems, and you can tell them don't go there because of poly red or yellow. It was a PLP or F&M. You gotta be stupid, man. He might have been in the Howard, but he's a stupid man. All right, good morning to everybody.
Thanks a lot. Wow, that's a lot. You sound like you're saying Howard, but it's Harvard that he went to. Not that there's anything wrong with Howard. I'm just trying to make sure everyone understands. Harvard trained lawyer. Yeah. So, just in case people missed the story yesterday with the police, right? And the caller earlier said that he didn't hear it, although it was all over the news. So this was in The Guardian yesterday. Police are investigating a shooting incident that left a 23-year-old man in hospital and led to the confiscation of a loaded firearm, ammunition, and the arrest of 6 individuals, including an off-duty officer and his mother. According to the Daily Crime Report, police were alerted via shot spotter of gunshots being discharged in the Exuma Street and Cordo Avenue around 8 p.m. on Sunday. Police say officers received information that men traveling in a white Honda Accord were responsible for the gunshots. Police and Defense Force officers attached to Operation Ceasefire were on routine saturation patrol when they observed a vehicle fitting the description. So police say that officers attempted to stop the vehicle. However, the driver sped off, which resulted in the officers pursuing the vehicle into the Bahamas Games Boulevard area. It's reported that while in the area, 3 men opened fire on the officers, resulting in an exchange of gunshots, and the suspect's vehicle crashing near the baseball stadium. 2 of the men were able to evade. However, officers acting on information were able to arrest one of the suspects, who received severe lacerations after attempting to scale the wall of a nearby secondary school. He was identified as an off-duty police officer, my goodness, and was taken to the hospital where he was treated and discharged. Police say the officer remains in custody. A search of the suspect's vehicle revealed a loaded firearm along with a quantity of ammunition, which were seized by officers. A check of the area where gunshots were initially heard on Exuma Street and Cordo Avenue revealed that a 23-year-old man was shot in the upper body while walking on Cordo Avenue by the occupants of that white Honda Accord. It's a lot of people in the car to shoot this one man. The victim was taken to the hospital in a private vehicle for medical treatment, where he is said to be in stable condition. Subsequently, police arrested 3 men, ages 20, two 26-year-olds and a 22-year-old, along with a 22-year-old woman. In addition, officers executed a search warrant at a residence in Imperial Park where a quantity of ammunition was discovered and confiscated. This led to the arrest of the off-duty police officer's mother, a 41-year-old woman.
Wow. Well, there's a case of, do you think the mother knew? Do you think the mother knew that the weapons were in?
Very young.
How old was the mother?
41. Good Lord. Anyway. Wow. Drama. A lot of... man. I agree with the caller now. I mean, they basically got him red-handed.
Right.
Yeah.
So strip him of everything.
Should be fired.
Immediately.
It's disturbing. It's very disturbing. Very, very, very sad. And some thug behavior.
Right. So my mind goes to how many more, right?
People were asking that earlier.
Yeah, like how many more are there?
Oh, boy. Let's hear from you all. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Toll free 242-300-5720. You know the police, they come around if a private citizen wants a license for a handgun. And they interview you. Like, do you think he or she is well enough mentally
to
handle this.
To handle that. Right.
I don't know if we do this for police officers. People need to talk to everybody, talk to people they went to school with, talk to people who know them.
Part of the training isn't like some sort of a psych evaluation. I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
Well,
do they do like some sort of a psych evaluation and then speak with like not just like, okay, you've lived where for how long, and like speak with people in that and then they consult with me. Like I said, they do the psych evaluation and then all of that. I wonder if that's done. Again, wondering, don't know, not saying that it isn't done.
I don't know either, but I think they should talk to everybody. Talk to people who went to school with you. Talk to people in the neighborhood where you grew up. Like, what do you think? Oh, hey, that guy, what? He used to beat up all the dogs in the neighborhood and beat up. Anyway, I don't know. Boy. All right, let's hear from you. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, good morning.
Right, Levine.
Yes.
I was saying, sorry too. I hear the Scribbins lady, the police officer, liaison officer, she said on a show last night that these persons who pull up on the scene and start using their phone to record things, sound like she's saying that charges can be coming towards them. And I was wondering if the law allowed him to do it, if she in day and day rights to be able to charge people who record on the scene. What I always say, because I'm a blind person, I tell you, when the Jason Lamb was reported on the news, was shot and the video cameras ran, he was talking, saying, help him. It really, but still, is it freedom of speech or rights for the people who record? I always say what they should do whilst they recording is try, see if they can help and call 911 and see if they can help to save the person if it's possible. But then the doctor say you shouldn't touch these people then. So is she right? What her name is?
Skippings.
Yeah, the Skippings. Is she right to say that? I mean, would the law, would it be okay for them to be charging people who recording on scenes? I just feel like she was out of order when she said, but maybe I just ain't educated enough to know or know the law like how she know it.
Okay, I mean, Laverne, I don't know what your views are. This is a complicated matter, right? So some people are recording for purposes to use as evidence and will hand that over to the police, but some people are recording because they want to post it and get likes and lots of people retweeting and all whatever it is that they do, right? They're not doing that. They're not handing that over to the police. They'll never tell the police that they had the recording, and that's a problem. That's a problem. And you're right. I mean, you'd think, especially.
So how do you distinguish? How do you say, okay,
if the police never knew about it and they find, they see it, this video's gone viral and no one ever said they had it, then you're a problem. And you are very right, Pauper. I mean, people really should be trying to help, right? I guess people are thinking if there's 7 of us here and everybody has a phone, at least one of us must be calling the police or the ambulance, right? You can't assume that today. It's probably the last thing that people are doing. Very sad. Yeah. Let's take this call and then we've got to take a break. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. All right, so I think it's this line that is having a problem. So we're going to have to deal with that one as soon as possible. All right, let's see.
Which line is that?
That's the main one.
I mean, just saying so you could announce it.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this works now. Hi, are you there?
Good morning.
See, it works sometimes. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yes, I agree with everyone that parents should be held accountable. I mean, parents should take a lot of the blame, but I was just discussing this with a friend of mine the other day. I was telling him that there are a lot of us out there who are trying our best to be good parents and who do the right thing. And, we understand blaming parents, but at the same time, too, you have to hold parents accountable that goes or doesn't do the right thing. And that's the main thing. You can't just say blame parents. You have to put systems in place or enforce the systems and laws that are in place that hold these parents accountable. If your child isn't going to school, if your child is hiding guns in the house, if your child is causing havoc, then you deal with those parents who are not being good parents. Don't just throw your hands up and say, I blame every parent. And, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, the government sets the tone for what happens in the country. You cannot getting around from it. Parents, it just is unsettling to me because that's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to find solutions for the problems. Because when they're campaigning, they don't say, I blame the parents, I blame the parents. They'll say, I blame the minister, I blame this person, I blame that person. Just like when they asked Brave Davis about him putting up the posters, he's like, oh, that's the past. But that's the thing, though. These guys say things when they're in opposition, but when they become government, all of a sudden, things change and they blame everybody except themselves. And that's the total opposite than what they do when they campaign to get in office.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
All right. Thank you very much. Very interesting points. One final call, and then we are going to read the messages and go to the break. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? No? Okay. Here we go. Boy, quite a few messages here. This person says here, why Italy? Waste of money. Fix what you have. Different culture. Okay.
First of all, it's Italy. We're being told that Italy is paying for it. So clearly they don't see it as a waste of money.
Regarding Italy, is another text. They are part of the EU as the most speak both languages. Okay. Did the Italian government conclude its investigation as to who killed those two Bahamians in Italy and dumped their bodies in the river? I think you know the answer to that one. It's unfortunate that governments here continue to treat prisoners the way they do, especially with the overcrowding. Similarly, they treat us regular citizens the same way by having a hospital that's like a prison that was built to accommodate a population size from the 1960s. Boy. This person says, if first we need a sensible prison before we do the training. Is that correct? I don't know. I mean, if you're trained better, you might be able to do something with what you have. That might be a little more efficient. It would be nice if we could, but they're still in the process of trying to figure out what they're going to do with that.
Right. I'm sure that there are some things that maybe they can pick up on, learn, use, even in the absence of not having a thing.
We'd want, right.
Right.
This person says it's time for Bahamians to get up off their knees in prayer and stand on their 2 feet, use their 2 hands and a functional brain, if they have one, and start doing something. Enough of waiting for God to make a change. The Bible did say God ordained and set up government, so accept that it's God's will that we have ineffective governance. Oh my goodness. If you don't believe so, then start to do something about it or concede that this is God's will that we become a third world country. What now? The Bahamas is like Rome in the twilight years, crumbling from within and not by the barbarians at the gate. Can one clearly expect the Bahamas to be governed correctly by a people chained both mentally and physically by those that gave them the system that they use? Okay. Wow, my goodness. Dwight, I wonder if we contacted Sweden, Norway, and Denmark regarding their prison systems. I think Italy might learn that they are too lenient to their prisoners and will adopt our foxhole prison conditions. That's insane. I don't know what you're saying. Okay. Okay. This other text here, the police officer's standard needs to be raised because the entry process should have filtered out this type of degenerate, I think is what they're saying here. Oh, my. Well, when you need numbers, You're going to take whatever comes to you, unfortunately.
So I said, what is the vetting process? That speaks to the vetting process, right?
Human. 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes. That's it. Seems so. The police are, this is a government job, so they should be vetted like all potential government employees. Oh dear, well, that's not giving us any comfort at all. Good God. No, it should be much stricter, much harder than a regular government. No offense, but you work with some people who... Okay. The mere fact that this officer hasn't been fired as yet is a problem for me. Well, hey, it was just Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so we'll see. We'll see.
He's been fired yesterday, Dwight.
I think he was getting treated for the injuries to scaling the wall.
You type up a termination letter and take it to him at the hospital.
True, very true. Great show as usual. If they send the Bahamians to Italy to train, we will have a bunch of Italian Bahamians 9 months later. Why did I read that?
I don't know.
Why did I read that?
Like why? Why'd you do that?
Oh, boy. Some cities in the U.S. have what they call a Samaritan law, that you just can't stand by and watch a person die, that you should offer some help or you can be charged with a crime. Then also some persons who are filming are also aiding and abetting in the crime. This person says here, drug testing should be mandatory for sitting in Parliament or being an MP. These people can't all be right. Well, for almost everybody, I would think, well, depending on how serious the decisions that you make can be, perhaps they should do that. And this final text as we go to the break, the government is passing the buck. Are we going to blame God for Adam and Eve's actions? God was their parent, right? So let's blame God. It's a society. You can be the best parent and your child can go astray. I used to drink and still smoke. Yeah, well, those aren't crimes. It's a little different. I get what you're saying. I understand. It's a little different. And the Adam and Eve example is not good. Sorry. But we know that some parents were very much aware that something was going wrong with their child. That every day there was an issue in school, every week something, everybody in the neighborhood has a problem with you, right? They know this. You can't control them. You're praying and you're calling people for help with this kid that's out of control. You know this stuff. And now here we are. The person's charged with several murders. So,
Right. And so we recognize that there are parents who do their best and, children decide to go astray, go left, whatever, for whatever reason. We know that happens, but then there are also instances where there are some parents who see it's happening and you're maybe hoping that it would changing and you need some additional help, whatever that looks like.
And also the parents who are shielding and protecting and know.
Right. And then there are those who are choosing to put blinders on.
Yes.
Because it's not their good child.
And that one
it's just people picking on him or her.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Someone just always, and they don't like him and they jealous and all the other things that we say when, So it's some of that too.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to go to a break. When we come back, we're changing gears. We're going to be a lot more positive. We're talking about 242 Day, fast approaching this Saturday and Friday and Sunday. Why not? Celebrate it all weekend long. We're going to get into that.
Why not?
In just a bit. Stay tuned. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
My way, highway. I don't care what you say. It don't matter no way, 'cause I can do it my way.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is business.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, we're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
Simplify, letting things how to ease your way. Writing your tomorrow, starting today. Call Simplified Living for simplified living. Tuition, vacation, or a home redo. Simplified Lending's here for you. Simplified Living for simplified living. Simplified Lending for simplified living.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65 gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Time to celebrate 2 for today. Proud to be a Bahamian in every way. 2 for today. Time to celebrate 2 for today. Proud to be a Bahamian in every way. Your Bahamian colors, be patriotic, cause we bout to get loose. Someone say how loose? Loose February the 24th, 2023. Music, food, and entertainment happening this Friday. It's gonna be many beautiful colors displayed by beautiful people. Proud to be a Bahamian in love and service again, one people. Officially, we'll represent in every way. February the 24th is 2 for today. 2 for today. Time to celebrate 2 for today. Proud to be a Bahamian in every way. 2 for today. Time to celebrate 2 for today. Proud to be a Bahamian in every way. Celebrate with us on the 24th of February, this Friday, 2 for today.
You heard it. That was from last year. We need Solo to do a new one for 242 Day 2024, or at least a 242 Day song that we can use every year, right? Because this is supposed to be an every year celebration. Once again, folks, this is Morning Blend Business. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner. And we are talking about 242 Day, which is fast approaching this Saturday, February 24th. The 24th 242 Day.
We know how to do things often. We know how to make it happen.
Yeah. That's Kendenique Campbell with us this morning. Good to see you with us.
It is always a pleasure to be here. This is the only place that I can have men come and drop me onions and tomatoes in the lounge and wait for me just because they hear my voice. I love this for me.
Well, aren't you lucky? All right.
Great. I love that for you as
well.
That's
excellent. That's
absolutely.
Excellent. Good stuff. We'll see if that happens today.
Yeah.
All right, so the countdown is on, and it falls on a Saturday this year, which means you got you could celebrate Friday.
We can.
And Sunday.
And Thursday.
Monday, the following Monday, Tuesday.
We can do it every single week. We could just do it every day because we are the 242. I mean, we are the greatest little country on the planet. You know, we want people to celebrate. We want you to wear your national flag colors or any type of Bahamian signature print. We want you to enjoy authentically Bahamian dishes. Enjoy your music, your art, your entertainment all day long, Saturday the 24th. Now,
Dwight, come back to what you mean by that authentically.
We mean rakens. We mean rakens.
Dishes. That sounds.
We mean kung fritter.
Shade in there or something.
We mean kung fritter. Mm-hmm. We mean so grits. I told you about this before.
No, not this again.
Yes, you did.
Not this again.
Dwight,
I did a whole post on what you said.
Lipton tea
were disgusted
with lime. And the sugar
salad with grits.
Dwight, you have to try it. You have to think outside of the box.
Yeah, Dwight, try it.
Have you tried it, Laverne?
Don't knock it until you try it.
Have you tried it?
Thank you.
Not.
Have you tried it?
Not.
Laverne, pick a side. Pick a side.
No, my side is I want Dwight to try it.
I want Dwight to get on Bay Street for John Canoe too, but some things were just not gonna happen.
That's more likely than me trying. That's much more likely than me trying.
I don't think so.
Conch salad and grits.
Okay, what
at
about
the same time.
What about this? Do you ever have conch salad with the boiled skin or the boiled bubby?
Sadly, I think I have. Yes.
Okay, well, I mean that's good. That's at least you trying. We're trying to get you there.
That's the way you're supposed to do it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Extra goat pepper.
You know, I've come to before. I never used to think that scorched conch was, but I appreciate it more than salad now.
But you have to have it on the hook now, Dwight. You know, you look different now. You just have to keep it on the hook. You got to eat it like this, right? You hold it up and you eat it from the bottom. Make sure it have plenty goat pepper and lime and salt on it. Okay.
Goat pepper shortage.
I don't know where that is because I have goat pepper in my fridge, and there's a lady on Carmichael Road that sells it. You can go to the exchange and get goat pepper. Where are these people looking for the goat pepper?
I think Dwight is just making that up.
No, I'm definitely not.
That's what I think.
Okay. People will call in to confirm.
I'm hearing
really?
About it.
Well, and
it's harder to find goat pepper this year than in years past.
I don't know, but I know one thing. If we're thinking about 242 and we're talking about what's authentically Bahamian, the goat pepper fits right in there. So this day is designated to bring the country alive with our beautiful national colors. We want them to be displayed everywhere throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Family Islands, our Bahamian diaspora. We want everybody to join in the celebrations, displaying their pride around the world. There is no better country, there is no better cultural expression than to show your wares. We welcome all government agencies and ministries, private institutions, NGOs, territory institutions, schools, tertiary institutions across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to the highest level for patriotism and creativity. And this all happens on Saturday the 24th. So that means when you get up Saturday morning, right, you have your chicken foot sauce with the yellow grits, right, with extra potatoes. I see you, Dwight.
I don't know what's going on with you. What is happening?
A little tuna fish and yellow grits, extra pepper.
Foot sauce?
Yes, Dwight.
I know about it. I know what it is.
Dwight, you're too fancy, you know.
No.
Dwight, you're too fancy.
Laverne, when was the last time you had chicken foot sauce?
I'm retching, Dwight.
Okay, well,
you know me.
Well,
you
listen.
know me, Dwight. I'm a little bit worse than you.
Dwight.
No, honestly.
I mean,
not that I can recall in my lifetime have I ever eaten the foot of anything.
Well, you eating some pig feet, right, Laverne?
Oh my God.
Oh no, I don't eat pork.
You eating some no sheep tongue either?
No, man.
Hey, man, where you find these people on this radio this morning, right?
All the wrong words. All the wrong words.
All the tongue and eat all the fried fish and peas and grits and in the world.
Okay, so then what we want for you and Dwight, because you guys are special, right? You have the stew boiled fish head, right?
Oh,
right?
Man.
Stew boiled fish head with some yellow grits. Fish head. Yes. Then you have a nice pear, not no avocado. Don't get fancy. You just need pear, right? Some yellow grits, and you wash it down with a nice Vitamalt or a Gumbe soda, or you know a Bahamian beer of choice, and you have that first thing Saturday morning. Then lunchtime you have some conch salad.
I just have a straight stew. Can I eat pork stew boil?
You could have the straight stew then, but make sure that
stew boil is good though. I like stew boil.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, the stew boil. No, it ruins the integrity of the stew.
Oh Lord.
I'm a stew fish person.
Okay, all right. And so and that's fine. And that's fine. But I want you when you get up on Saturday morning to think everything authentically Bahamian. It's 242. It's 242 day. So lunchtime you have something Bahamian. You have some conch salad, some Scotch conch, some fried grouper, some smothered pork chop, because pork chop is Bahamian too. You know y'all like that. Little corned beef and white rice or grits. You see that, right, Dwight? Dwight, you know he's gone. Dwight.
It's been a long time.
Dwight? Okay. And then for dinner, right? We're going to go 100% Bahamian. 100%. We just go outside. We can fry the fish outside, right? Because you don't want the house to smell up because you didn't clean all day, right? No, I have regular hogfish.
Oh,
Hogfish, extra pepper. And I fry my fish outside. And then we have some bread. Unleavened bread, right? Because it's Lent for me, because I'm a good Roman Catholic, right? And so I have my fish, and we call it a day, and that's 242 day. We want everybody to be indoctrinated in this. We want the town to be drenched in Bahamian colors, any type of Bahamian print. We want you to enjoy every delicacy that you can think of that is Bahamian, whether it's food, whether it's drink, whether it's candy, whatever it is that makes us Bahamian. And it all happens on Saturday, the 24th, 2024.
Wow. Okay, some great stuff there. I last year was hoping that people would have a big party or fair this year. It's still not too late, right? People could get it together.
I mean, if we could get it together for Super Bowl, we surely could get it together for something that's our own.
Yeah.
Can we not?
That's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Agree. Have a house party, right? And all Bahamian themed.
Some good rake and scrape, make sure the rhythm band playing, have your good type of Russia because, we are winners. And how come when I walk in here, I didn't hear my girl use a champion bubble? I'm a champion, I'm supposed to have that music, Dwight.
Oh, you mean play it on the radio for just when you walk in?
No, just as I walk in. Anytime I walk into a room, I need to have that played, please.
Is that a Bahamian song?
No, but I'm a champion. I win. I win, Dwight.
You can't do that. But we'll get a Bahamian version of that one.
Right.
So that's Saturday. But one of the beauties, I didn't even think about that before. When we had these discussions last year, people were saying, well, the good thing about 242 Day is that, unfortunately, with Independence being in July, the schools are closed. And if we had a day of national pride like this in February, where schools are open, people can celebrate there, children can celebrate there. So that's a great thing. And we got Friday, the day before.
And not everybody's school is closed, right? So for those persons that are still at school, midterm, if midterm's not happening, for those persons that are still in school, whether it be the administrators or the students, we want you to wear your colors. Anything that's authentically Bahamian, the national flag colors, Bahamian print, anything that exudes Bahamianism, anything that says, I am Bahamian. We also admonish you to share the photos using hashtags. So it's BahamasIndependence@gmail.com, your photos there. And then we want you to use the hashtags, hashtag 242Day, hashtag Celebrate Bahamas with an S. So we want everybody to get into the fun of things. This is something that's, interesting to us. We are Bahamians. This is something that should just catapult every single person. Any type of symbolic affection for the 242, we want that exhibited on Saturday, February 24th, 2024.
And so the Friday, for people at work, there's a corporate celebration as well, right?
I mean, listen, everybody had those yellow jackets last year. The nice, sexy yellow jackets. I didn't get one either. Should we lobby for that?
Yeah. You like the yellow one or the gold?
I like the yellow.
Or the aquamarine.
I like the gold.
They were both nice.
They were both nice, but I think it works better with my complexion and my hair because I have to be cute, right? And that's important. That's most paramount. Absolutely.
That is paramount.
That is paramount. So for the corporate dress
Very
day,
Bahamian of you to be thinking of that.
I have to. I have to be cute.
So, like when you're getting your jacket, please get mine and just.
Okay.
I would urge you to do that today.
Right.
If you're going to send it on the mail boat. If you're going to put it on a flight, then fine, whatever.
But I need an extra small. I need an extra small.
For Friday.
I will work on it. Yeah.
Laverne, that's a no.
No. But those are very nice. Hopefully we can still find them.
At Kendenique,
this is not the time to talk about that, Laverne. Not the time.
And he says,
we're keeping it positive. We're keeping it positive.
And he says, I'll work on it. I know it's a no.
It's a no.
We're keeping it positive for 242 Day.
But Dwight, Friday. Yes. Friday, of course, is the corporate dress up day. That's Friday, February 23rd. So, ladies, we want you to have your beautiful systems on your neck, your pearls, whatever it is that you decide to wear, your beautiful dresses. If you have aquamarine stockings, my darling, pull them out and put them on. If you have your hair pieces, for those that like the lace frontals, or am I calling it right? Frontal lace or lace frontals? For those of you that like those. It should be aquamarine. It should be black. It should be, listen, make sure that you adorn yourself with anything that's 242-esque. Anything that symbolizes us being 242 and very, very proud. We want us to celebrate Bahamas. Remember, send your photos to the Bahamas Independence @gmail. Make sure you hashtag 242Day, hashtag Celebrate Bahamas with an S. Send in your photos, hashtag. Let's go beyond global. Let's go galactic. if we could do it for everybody else, I'm sure that we could do it for us.
Do you know, I had a conversation with somebody and I said, hey, what are you doing for 242 Day? And they're like, what's that? And that was just
that's our day.
What? I'm like, you're the same people who celebrate St. Patrick's Day and
Valentine's,
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do 242 Day.
242 is us. I come to get me.
Oh, we're doing 242 Day.
We are doing it. I think I feel like I do 242 Day every day.
I had my outfit planned for Friday, but now that Dwight is going to get my jacket, I'm going to replan.
Now, Laverne, I'm going to need you to hashtag and send the photos. All right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to need you to send it to bahamasindependence@gmail.com. And again, hashtag 242 Day, hashtag celebrate Bahamas with an S. All right. I want people to have a good time. Now, we always make fun of the fact that when you're boarding the plane, they say Bahama when the ladies, the stewardesses are. So exhibit to us why we say Bahamas. Just have fun. Make it a good, clean, fun day. Corporate dress-up day on Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, everything authentically Bahamian. Wear your national flag colors, anything that's indigenously Bahamian, your Bahamian print. Enjoy delicious Bahamian food, any delicacy, whether it's food, whether it's drink, whether it's candies, confectionery, whatever it is that you have. Anything that says 242. Enjoy our Bahamian music, our art, our entertainment, all day long. If we can do it for everybody else, we can do it for us.
Absolutely. We got a lot of great messages coming in. You can continue to text us 422-4796 or tweet us, Facebook us, or call in 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Okay, so last year the companies got on board. Mm-hmm. People were offering a lot of specials for the day, and we hope we're going to see that again.
Right.
I've seen one already. I can do this, right? Dairy Queen. This is really cool. Doing a 242 Day special. Receive 24.2% off. A pineapple sundae,
cute.
guava cheesecake blizzard, blue raspberry Arctic Russian. They got the colors there, right?
Of course.
Or a banana split. 24.2% off. That is amazing.
I think that's indigenous.
I love that.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. They're thinking ahead. They're thinking progression. They're thinking 242. It gets people into the stores and it lets you show your civic pride.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember a couple of the beer companies last year were selling beers for $2.42.
Hopefully they'll do that again.
That was amazing. Yeah. So we hope to see a lot more of that this year.
Absolutely.
If your company is doing something, give us a call. Let us know. 242-300-5720, toll free, or call in 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Man, this is a breath of fresh air. Just hearing about 242 Day again, in light of everything that our country is experiencing. And so I just wanted to call in and be a part of the moment, especially with you, Dwight. You seem to need some more Bahamianization in that studio. I'm hoping next year when not next year, but this Corporate Friday, I wish people all across the city flood Guardian Radio Studio with 242 items that Dwight do not eat. Like the stuff like the lady was saying, he all should just bring Dwight stuff that he don't eat that are 242. And one of the things that I want is conch salad with mayo and white rice.
That's it. That's it, friend. That's it, friend.
Dwight. It will make you feel like a Bahamian king, Dwight.
And you have to sit outside and eat it facing the ocean.
Oh, good Lord, Dwight.
So that you can throw up?
Mm-hmm.
So you can throw up with that
right.
But Dwight, if you have lobster salad has mayonnaise in it, right? So conch lambi is the exact same thing.
I'm willing to try it. Last time I was in Grand Bahama, Laverne, remember we were supposed to try it.
Did you pick a top?
Did you sure get the white rice? Gotta be hot.
It has to be hot. It has to be hot.
It gotta be hot white rice.
Should the conch salad be hot too? With
no, Dwight, you're trying to kill yourself.
Or you want it to be cold next to the hot rice?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you mix it. You put the rice. You see, you have to fold the rice into the conch salad and the mayonnaise.
Come on, Mom. Come on. You're making me feel like 242 Day.
I say 242 to the Google, baby.
I want the whole country to enjoy 242 Day. Let's do something Bahamian. Let's use our pride to fight whatever our country is experiencing right now. Enjoy yourselves.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I suspect that would be better than the conch salad with grits, though.
Dwight.
I really do think that's weird.
Dwight, you have to try it, Dwight. Let me tell you something.
And
when
when
I
you
first
do it,
saw
Dwight,
it,
you have to put the mayo in the conch salad now.
absolutely,
Not
Dwight.
the one with the
That's how
grits
you
too.
eat it.
Listen to
That's
me.
what you meant?
When Dwight,
Or did you
no,
mean
no,
regular
I
conch
no, no.
salad?
I'm talking about now. Listen, I've had conch salad with mayonnaise. That's a GBI thing and an abaco thing. Now I've also
It's
had
more of an abaco thing, but go ahead.
okay, and then I've had conch salad with white rice. I've had conch salad with grits. Now let me tell you, unless you try it, you can't knock it. The same thing with Prissy Laverne not eating chicken foot sauce, right? But
And Dwight.
But if you haven't, Dwight, you never been breaky. Yeah, all your people rich, because Dwight, that's all they had. If the chicken foot, one time ago, chicken foot was 25 cents. You go in the food center for chicken foot, gizzard, and necks. You that's $6 a pound. And Dwight, you got to smother it with some nice onions and sweet pepper.
We would have to smother it. All right, pig feet. Back when I had that a few times, every time was like torture. In fact, I think that's why I'm not a criminal, because I said if this is what it's like to be in prison,
now mind you,
I can't.
Now mind you, I don't.
It felt like torture.
I don't eat pork or beef, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time when I ate pork and beef as a child growing up, and then I came home from university, and my mom was making tuna fish grits. No, she was making beef and grits, and I said, "Oh, mommy, I don't eat that anymore." So she said, "Who the hell you talking to?" She said, "You grow up on this, all of a sudden you go to school for 2 weeks and you don't eat this." I said, "Well, I won't have any of that." So I don't eat it, right? But that's what I grew up on. I grew up on fire engine.
Right.
I grew up on sardine with the pepper cut on top and the onions very, very thinly sliced. That's what we grew up on. We grew up on getting limes from out of the yard. Well, we call them sour, and make you switcher. There wasn't no, you could have soda at will. The soda for your pa when your pa get home to eat. You have switcher, you drink switcher. And then my Grammy would make chicken foot sauce, my daddy's mom. And there's a lady that goes to my church, Tanya Roll. Tanya makes the best chicken foot sauce in the world. Dwight, you have to try it. You got to try it, Dwight.
So what is it? Is there meat on the foot, or you just
there's meat on the
suck
foot.
it on the bone?
There's meat. There's no bone, and it's just cartilage. They're just like you eat the chicken grizzle. You suck it off, you eat it, you chew it up, and it's juicy. Tastes good.
Where's that foot been, though?
Right on the ground. You scald it off, you're good to go. 5 minute rule, 2 second rule. God bless the germs. Eat it up. Try it.
Wow. All right, I haven't had corned beef in a long time.
Try it and let me know.
Yeah. Right.
Try it and let me know.
Right. If I'm not here on Monday, folks, you know what happened.
Kendenique.
So I haven't had corned beef in a long time. I made it's been years.
I won't be trying that.
No?
Neither will I. I'm much like Kendenique. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork.
And I'm a good Roman Catholic, so I will not have that.
Recently, I've eliminated chicken from my diet.
So, Laverne, you just eating broth, friend?
Listen, I eat all the top, all the fish in the water.
Okay. Well, it's 242, baby. It's 242. We want to make sure that everybody is able to celebrate and enjoy what they'd like and wear anything that's authentically Bahamian, the national flag colors, any Bahamian print. We want you to enjoy your delicious Bahamian food. We also want you to partake in our music, our art, entertainment all day long. Corporate Bahamas, Friday, dress up yourself. Principle up yourself on Friday, Corporate Bahamas. Show your Bahamian pride. 242. For those of you that are still in schools, kids, we ask for the administrators to please let the children wear your 242 colors and show your pride. Send the photos. BahamasIndependence@gmail. Make sure you hashtag 242day, #celebrate Bahamas. This is our thing. We come to get us.
Absolutely. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight. Good morning again. Good morning, Ms. Moss.
Good morning.
I think Dwight grew up in the great house, man. He didn't grow up on the plantation like us.
Not at all. Not at all.
No. He didn't know what the slave had to do with the leftovers, man.
I mean, Dwight is so brand new.
But Dwight, listen. Pig feet south
Nope.
and chicken foot south.
No way.
Man, listen here. That's the best thing since sliced bread.
Well, that's some
I
bad
tell you,
moldy bread.
You gotta try it, man. You know how expensive.
I've tried pig feet sauce.
Yeah, but
no,
try.
okay.
You know, and Dwight. Somebody said the reason why people back in the day never used to age because the pig, not the pig feet and the chicken foot has a lot of collagen in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Keep your skin tight.
Yeah, so it keeps your face looking good. It keeps your skin looking good. That's why the black people never crack.
Black never crack
because they eat all that chicken foot.
My God,
and all that stuff back there. Have a good one.
Well,
have a good one,
I guess I'm going to be a very wrinkly old guy. This person says here, I didn't type this. Chicken foot sauce, yuck. White rice and conch salad, yuck.
Those people are not.
I'm going to try that one though. I will try the.
Which one are you going to try?
The conch salad and mayo with rice. Oh boy.
With
Dwight.
rice? Let me know how it tastes.
And it has to be jasmine rice, all right? Not weird rice. Jasmine rice. This is very, very specific here.
This sounds like one of those parboiled type concoctions.
Oh,
no?
God, Dwight.
Okay. But jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice is in par.
No, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like it should be with parboiled.
Let me break it down in Bahamian. Jasmine rice in parboiled rice. That's rice.
I know. I like jasmine rice, but I mean, I would think the people who would be putting mayo and conch salad would be the parboiled type people.
Man, Dwight.
But okay. Dwight, conch and grits, that's crazy. That's the thing that crazy people do. Don't let them jinx you to do stupidness.
You have to try it.
You gotta try it, Dwight.
Listen,
at least one.
One thing I want us to remember, right? In terms of being Bahamian, these are the things that make us who we are. When we talk about the islands of the Bahamas, when we say, welcome to the islands of the Bahamas, you're talking about what makes us who we are. It's not the sun, sand, and sea, because you can get that anywhere. We, the people, we are the product. We are who makes up the Bahamas. These little things that happen in certain pockets, whether it's the conch salad and rice, whether it's the tuna fish and grits, whatever it is, they make up the 242. They make us who we are. They make us the indigenous people that we are in the Bahamas. You got to think about it. That's why when you say, listen, I want to have a 242 day, 242 should be beyond just a day. We should have 242 every single day. And no matter where you are in the planet, and you hear a goatskin drum, or you hear a tum-tum drum, or you hear the rake and scrape, or you smell, you could smell yellow grits, right? When you meet someone in the airport, say, hey, that's us. That's us. Have you ever seen how we band together if somebody comes against one of us? You looking for the whole world to come. Listen, we are the 242. We are what makes us who we are. There's no place better in the planet. No place.
Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there?
I can never forget this voice. Sound like Mr. Moss or Kendenique.
Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, and Laverne, listen to me, Dwight. Mm-hmm. That last text insulted me and my Grammy and everyone from Andres, right? We are hail some of the best cooks in the country and Andres Exuma. Now listen, I was vexed when I heard the thing about conch and grits. Obviously that person is very, very naive and doesn't know anything about cooking, right? Mm-hmm. My Grammy, who lived to see almost 100, would do the brown grits, right, Kendenique?
That's it.
With the peas in it, right?
That's
it. With the crab, right?
Okay.
With the sweet pepper, right? With the conch in it. And
okay.
Listen, I eaten that before she finished cooking, because when I take it up, that's the meal right there. So I don't know.
And some ham skin. And some ham skin.
Right?
Don't get confused. The person saying conch salad and grits is...
Oh, yeah, but that's foolishness, man. But I tried to say conch and grits, right?
No, conch salad and grits.
Yeah.
Which is, Kendenique made that up last year and is trying to...
I did not make
push
it.
this on us again, because no one has ever had conch salad and yellow grits at the same time.
I'm going to take a video.
Have you had that before? No one knows what that is.
I will take a video.
Conch salad and yellow grits when eating this.
Yes, I'm going to make a video.
Were you held under your own...
I was in my full mind. Okay. I was in my full mind.
Because it doesn't make sense.
But I'm telling you, it tastes good. Yeah, I promise you.
And then the place
Are you willing to, but you did say, Dwight, that you're going to try the rice with the conch salad, correct?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
Don't let it be like him being on Bay Street for John Canoe, sis, because it's a dud.
Okay.
It's a dud.
So, Laverne, this is important. This text says stew boil is stew fish in boil water. And then there's boil stew, which is boil fish in stew water. So, you can pick
I
what
want
you like.
neither.
Oh.
I just want stew fish. All I want is stew fish and Johnny cake. That's all I want.
So Laverne, you know that you have to brown the flour.
Coconut in my Johnny cake. No coconut in my Johnny cake. I just want simple Johnny cake, and I just want stew fish, brown the flour, and don't put no browning in it. That's what I want.
So you can brown the flour yourself on the old-fashioned frying pan.
You're supposed to brown the flour.
I just want to make sure, because I didn't know if you could cook or not, Laverne. I was checking. Freeport people really can't cook.
Oh, wow.
No, stop right there. Stop right there. Come on, Kendenique. You and I, we were like, what?
I changed my mind.
Because I've been to New Providence, and I got to tell you, I'm not really impressed with the food. Not the Bahamian food.
Laverne?
I'm just saying.
Laverne.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot.
All right.
So, Johnny cake versus Johnny bread, there's a difference.
There's a huge difference.
Johnny cake. I want somebody, I can't make it. I'll probably ask my mom, but I want Johnny cake the way I grew up. It was on top of the stove, in the pan, and it had a crust. That's what I want.
And you add very little water so that it wasn't hard. It tastes. It's almost like, and it wasn't so sweet, but it was almost like cake. And then whatever was left over, you put that with bread, or you have a piece of cheese or salami, and you eat that for lunchtime.
Yes.
And you have your granddaddy had a tin cup, and you sit down with the tin cup between your Grammy leg, and she plait your hair, and then you go to Sunday school. Wow. Okay.
This is how we should spend 242 day and 242
It is exactly.
Day Eve. It's talking old stories like this.
Bookie and Barabi was shooting in the grass. Bookie roll over and. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, don't finish it.
Not this early in the morning. Yeah. Good morning, caller on the air.
Yeah, good morning, man. Listen, they don't know very important native dish too, man. Swinch. That's swinch. And you have it with the tripe sauce. You know what tripe is?
Pig guts?
That's right. Tripe sauce with the swinch, man. What's wrong with you?
Oh, boy.
This Big Larry, this you?
This is Larry Jr.
Oh, it's Larry Jr. Okay, all right.
So you've had this before, Kennedy?
I don't eat that.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that one may go. That one may not make it to 242 day.
Doesn't eat the way she emphasizes that.
You hear that, right? You hear the condemnation.
I do not partake. All right.
But she has those things to say about us, Laverne. Boy, I tell you. All right, some more of the text messages here. I'm with you, Dwight. I don't eat pig feet sauce. Yeah. I don't do sheep tongue either, though. Actually, I can. If there's nothing else, I can have the liquid.
But Dwight, if you're having the liquid,
it's not the same.
So you just put a liquid over the grits?
You say it is the same, Laverne?
Because the nutrients that have been been boiled
it's got a weird taste compared to the other sauces.
I'm just saying,
but if there is nothing else,
you can't say you don't eat pig tongue sauce.
I don't regularly do it, but if there is nothing else,
but you eat the broth.
So Dwight,
not that.
Okay.
But all the others, like mutton,
do you eat tuna
sauce is amazing. You like mutton.
No,
See,
I don't. Do you eat tuna fish?
I do.
Like, do you eat sardines?
Yeah.
No.
I have an issue with canned fish.
Okay, Dwight, let me ask you now. Now, back in the day as well, right? My mom's mom, we would have, the real egg, not this play egg now. You crack the egg, you have a little bacon, power pork sausage, and you scramble it together, and you have white Wonder Meal white bread, and you put that in between, right? And then you have Ovaltine or you have Milo. You ever had that, Dwight?
Of course.
That's Bahamian, Dwight.
Yes.
You put that's an amalgamation of taste, and then you have the ghetto cheese because that's all we had. Dwight, you didn't have that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but after a while, just like you one day when you're a teenager, you decide I'm not doing this anymore.
Lord,
it's just like no.
242 to the
no.
Dwight, do you still have Milo? Do you still have Milo?
I know what it is. You couldn't pay me to drink it, but
Why not?
I'm a coffee person, so black coffee.
So I drink coffee.
Dwight, you don't.
I'm offended tonight.
Man, Dwight, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's just not my thing.
I understand.
Coffee for me.
I understand. But again, Dwight, for those of us that are in the 242, throughout the length and breadth of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, right?
So we should have some Milo Saturday morning.
We should have some switcher and a gumbe punch or a beer of your choice, a local Bahamian beer of your choice.
That one definitely.
Right? And make sure it's frosty. Make sure it's cold. Yes. And tilt the cup to the side to pour the beer in. I just heard. I don't know how to, I've never done
listen,
this.
You sound,
especially
you sound
during Lent.
really exact with that.
This is what I've heard.
Just heard?
Laverne, I'm a good Catholic, and my priest is probably listening. Please don't try to get me in problems, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we want you to wear your national flag colors or any Bahamian print, anything that's indigenous to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We want you to enjoy delicious Bahamian treats, whether that be confectionery, whether that be drink, whether that be some nice, like, conch salad and grits, right? We want you to enjoy the Bahamian music, some art and entertainment all day long in the 242 on Saturday. And then we want this to, we want you to make sure that you have this commemorated, right? So when you're in the kitchen cooking, or if you decorating the yard, or you go into church, Sunday, let's just dress. Sunday too. We dress them 242 Sunday as well. So when you've done that, right, we want you to send your photos to BahamasIndependence@gmail.com. Hashtag 242day. Hashtag celebrate Bahamas. Flood TikTok.
You want pictures of the
I want everything. I want to see my 242 in full color.
Can you have the foot like hanging over the bowl?
Listen, we can have that. All I want you to do is show me where the gifts. Where the coins?
You can use that again at Halloween. Let's take this call. Good morning, on the air.
Morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good morning to your guest and Mrs. Kendenique Campbell Moss.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your controversial too.
Too straight.
Do you accept?
I accept.
Okay, good. Listen, I hear you all talking about all these Bonvita and Milo and all them kind of things and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all old enough to know about Del CT.
Who? Del CT. Del CT.
You tried to pick the Del CT.
Or fever grass.
Or fever grass. What kind of Milo you guys talking about? Milo?
Well, I mean, I was trying to bring Dwight into the fold.
Dill seed and fever grass as well. Yeah.
Fever grass. You make sure the fever grass. You don't have to wash the fever grass. Just boil it just like that. Whatever in it, it can cure you. Yeah. Just drink it. Little Cersei.
You know, you're talking about indigenous Bahamian. That conch salad and peas and rice off the chain.
Thank you. Thank you.
Conch salad and peas and rice? Together?
Dwight, if that's all you had, Dwight? Dwight, you do fancy.
Nobody else knows this. It's only the two of you saying this.
And potato salad on the side, right? You can eat conch salad.
I hear you. I'm going to try it. Now, she said grits and conch salad.
Kendenique, you all missing the real Bahamian treat.
Talk to me.
What happened to pot cake? From the crab and rice and the peas and rice.
Listen, what about the Benny cake?
Then you got to go through Chapel Street with that old woman.
Okay, what about a little bit of pineapple upside down tart, and then you put some old-fashioned Borden's ice cream on top?
Man, listen, I don't never go to Burger King or McDonald's without getting either apple pie or trying the sauce pineapple tart.
Okay.
What you talking about?
All right, then. I just want to make sure you're in the 242, cousin.
Yeah, but don't forget that pot cake.
I will not in the microwave. You put a little bit of water in it, right? And then you heat it up, and then you just dump it on top. Just dump it in your plate, and you eat it just like that.
I totally agree with you because microwave just as new as Milo.
All right. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. I don't believe that you eat pot cake. I don't believe it. Yeah, she's just saying that. Good morning. You're on the air. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Well, pot cake is where all the seasoning is, Dwight.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Dwight.
Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah, morning, Kendenique.
Good morning.
What's going on? Everything good?
Everything blessed, brother.
Yeah, man. So listen, I hear y'all talking about Milo and Ovaltine and all these different things, but there are two things you didn't mention.
Tell me.
So before Ovaltine, before Milo, before Bonvita, before all of those things, and before Maxwell House, the instant coffee, what our forefathers used to do is take the cast iron pan And you know the same way. Do you know the same way that they used to make stew, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you brown. How you brown the flour for stew?
Yes.
The same way that they brown the flour for stew is how they would brown the flour to make hot cocoa. That was their hot cocoa. The only thing that they did was add water and sugar.
And all you was getting in your throat was pure cast iron and browning, and that's what it was.
That's what it was. And then they also did the same thing with grits. That is how you got coffee. That is how they got their imitation coffee. They would roast the hominy.
But you know, grits don't know. You know, Dwight has no idea how to sieve grits, right? Or rice. Because you should see him looking. But that's 242. That's 242, Dwight.
What about Kendenique? What about flour pop?
What about shelling peas outside with your Grammy?
I've unfortunately done that before.
I'm telling you, flour. Now see, now flour pop. Now Laverne. Listen, I want you to be focused.
With lumps in it on a cold day.
Now Laverne, listen. Now Laverne, listen. Now,
yes,
my daddy and my mother didn't give me no flour pop, sister. I only see it. No, I grew up on my parents had food. I didn't grow up on no flour pop now.
So Kendenique, when you had the flour pop, what is the button? Is the grated or?
No. Flour pop.
She didn't have that.
I did not have it. My parents may have had it, but by the time as I came along, my parents done and real food. My daddy didn't give me no flour pop.
Okay, fine.
You have to have it when it's cold, and you have to make sure it have lumps.
But there's a stigma attached to people that eat flour pop.
What's that?
And they normally associate when people eat flour pop with not having anything else to eat. Like that's poor people food.
Oh, that ain't poor people food. That's just what they had. That's just what they had.
I am telling you because I can tell you now. Look at Dwight. Look at Dwight straight in the eyes and look in the back. Look at Dwight straight in the eyes and I can tell you the back of the head. What in the world these people do?
Oh, I know about flour pop. I never had it before until it was in my late 20s.
Dwight, it ain't named flour pop. It named flour pop.
I'm saying pop. I'm saying it. But I had it in my late 20s because somebody I used to work with said, "You never had flour pop before?" I said, "No, what the hell is that?" And they brought me flour pop.
You have had dumpling?
Of course.
Before I go, y'all ever have a cocoa lump?
No, I ain't like that.
The cocoa lump, that's a little like flour pop.
You're right. Okay, Laverna was off of it. Yeah, that's just like flour pop.
Grand Bahama thing.
You add your Ovaltine or your Milo to the flour pop. Yeah, because you know.
Come on, man.
And then some. And caller, don't forget now. When you had your Milo, you get your bread with Grammy making it. The bread was
and you
drop it in.
And you drop the bread in tea.
Yeah, man.
That's what.
Truth be told.
Thank you.
Truth be told. There's no way on God's green earth I'll do it now because I can't stomach that. but at the time. Listen to me. If I could spit a whole loaf into a teacup, I would have done it.
Thank you very much.
Wow, okay.
These are the things of 242. These are the 242 stories. This is how we celebrate 242, Dwight.
Yeah. This texter. This is not me saying this is a texter.
Right.
Dwight, your guests grew apart.
I did not grow up hard. I just know what it is to be Bahamian. I've been in tourism for 27 years. I know that my family has our families have history, and we have to know where we came from in order to know where we're going. That's just like saying, "Oh, I just grew up on having Minute Maid juice." You did not grow up on Minute Maid juice. Everybody had Switcher. You know, like. And even if I did grow up hard, that makes me who I am.
Yeah,
that exactly. Makes us who we are.
Nothing to be ashamed.
You know, I to your texter. Texter.
Tell them happy 242 days.
You did not grow up hard. Happy 242 day.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing better house cat.
Okay, and there's nothing better than a nice cold cup of water. Wow. There's nothing better than a cold cup of water in a pigeon pea can, and not the ice that comes out of the freezer. You know, because my daddy's mom, she used to have this bucket in the freezer, and you take the bucket out and you chisel the ice and you drop that in the pigeon pea can. Tell me I lie. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. This texter says, "Man,
that's how the switcher was.
I don't turn off my stove until my rice has pot cake."
That's it.
Wow.
And Dwight, that's where the season, that's where the juicy part of the rice is.
That's where the seasoning is, right there in the pot.
These are the things that make us 242. So even if you want to have stories or little vignettes, you want to go on TikTok and talk about 242, let us make this a thing. Let us, if we can do it for everybody else, we could do it for us.
This texter says they should let you run the prison.
I'll crack the whip. I will crack the whip. It'll be empty.
It'll
be empty.
Oh my goodness. All right, we gotta go. Kendenique is gonna be so much fun on Friday and Saturday. 242 day. We're gonna have a lot of these type stories on from everybody.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you so much.
Don't forget now, Dwight. Corporate dress up day on Friday. Everybody come out. Make sure you have on your indigenous Bahamian colors. Anything Bahamian print. If you're at school, make sure that you wear your Bahamian colors. And Saturday, national fly colors, Bahamian print. Enjoy Bahamian delicacies. Bahamian music, art, entertainment all day long. Hashtag 242 Bahamas. Hashtag celebrate Bahamas. Send your photos to bahamasindependence@gmail.com. 242 to the Google and beyond.
Thank you so much, Kendenique. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the business report. Stay tuned.
Be a part of 242 Day. 242 Day. Time to celebrate 242 Day. Proud to be a Bahamian in every way. 242 Day.
March 8th, 2024 is International Women's Day. Guardian Media wants all Bahamians to truly inspire inclusion. It's not just something we should say or something we should write about. It's something we need to think about, know, and embrace. It's what we should believe in unconditionally. This International Women's Day, Guardian Media wants you and your company to inspire inclusion. Celebrate the women in your organization this International Women's Day by placing them in an ad in our International Women's Day supplement. Information, call 302-2300 or contact your account executive. The aim of the International Women's Day 2024 campaign is to collectively forge a more inclusive world for women. International Women's Day, March 8th, 2024. Inspire inclusion.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
It is time for your business report, brought to you by CFAL. The Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation is concerned following the U.S. State Department's release of its travel advisory last month that the pace of bookings through online booking engines is not as fast as it has been in prior years. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, Chester Cooper, making the comments while on Morning Blend Business yesterday, adding that the tourism Ministry is also concerned that tourists might not be patronizing tour and excursion businesses as much as they had been, also because of the recent travel advisory. Read more about it in today's Guardian Business or listen to the interview again on our podcast page on GuardianTalkRadio.com. BPL, Bahamas Power and Light, saying that its Station A Wärtsilä engines are not out of service because they need to be repaired, but for regular maintenance. Communications Manager at BPL, Arnett Ingram, telling Guardian Business that the Station A engines are not down at all and have not been down since August of last year. She says all 7 units are on a maintenance schedule and they are rotated on and off that maintenance schedule. Denying reports that there is anything wrong with the new engines, she further said that it's not throughout the year and especially going up for the summer period, they take the units offline to ensure that they are ready for the big summer period. The Wärtsilä engines are up for overhauls periodically, with the bulk of them needing to be taken down during winter in order for them to be ready to handle the peak summer load, or else the parts become impacted by oil and debris and may not function efficiently when needed. Some Bahamians have already begun to voice concern that the newly inked deal the Ministry of Tourism recently signed with space exploration company SpaceX to land the company's spent reusable booster engines in the Exuma Sound on unmanned barges could create environmental hazards. Deputy Prime Minister Cooper saying yesterday, again during that Morning Blend appearance, Morning Blend business, that those rocket boosters, which are designed to land themselves on the unmanned barges so they can be used again, will only be landed on those barges. He explained that the program has gotten the green light from the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection. He says the landings are going to be happening with high precision. Overseas, Capital One Financial says it will buy Discover Financial Services for $35 billion in a deal that would bring together two of the U.S.'s credit card companies, as well as potentially shake up the payments industry, largely dominated by Visa and MasterCard. Under the terms of the all-stock transaction, Discover Financial shareholders will receive Capital One shares valued at nearly $140. That's a significant premium to the $110.49 the Discover shares closed at Friday. The deal marries two of the largest credit card companies that aren't banks first, like JP Morgan Chase and Citigroup, with the notable exception of American Express. It also brings together two companies whose customers are largely similar, often Americans who are looking for cash back or modest travel rewards, compared to the premium credit cards dominated by Amex, Citi, and Chase. It'll also give Discover's payment network a major credit card partner in a way that could make the payment network a major competitor once again. The U.S. credit card industry is dominated by Visa, MasterCard, that duopoly, along with Amex being a distant third place finisher, Discover, an even more distant fourth place. It's unclear whether Capital One will adopt the Discover payment system or use of Discover and a second payment network like Visa. That's your Market Watch, and that is your Morning Business Report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. And Laverne Gardner, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Had a great time. Thank you. I'll talk with you again next week. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.